Hey, Smooth, hope you're feeling better tonight, fam. We're here to listen to you, too. Get in if you can. Meanwhile, Niners! Just to be a Niner fan and still to stay fired up. Yes, we got to go through this. Although I'm getting a kick out of Maddie's Go Ducks. Got William Robbins going to Bama. William, I'm only 5 minutes late. It's not bad. Come on. Give a brother a break. I mean, racing hard to get here, too, Jack. I ran over 2 people outside parking even. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying. Hope they still find out where I am. They're probably Rams fans. I'll probably say, oh, it's okay. If y'all all right, get up and get out of here. I'm kidding. I would not hurt a Rams fan. Well, maybe Rudy's another. Well, anyway. Fam. Fall of the Niner Empire? Question mark? No! It's just a phase. Look around the league, though. Look at Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Look at Lamar Jackson. I mean, what's going on with Ravens is even more comical, right? I mean, what are they doing? They're going wild card? I thought they were going to win that division. Who else, Riley? Here's the thing. The surprises this year are the teams that are doing well. So I'm thinking AFC is playing way better defense than the NFC. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Let's just get on this. Tonight, 49ers 2024 slippage, creating brutal doom conversations. If you're weak at heart or anything like that, don't read the dailies. Ooh, they are tearing us a new one. You can't fail, or you get talked about. Niners have fallen a long way from grace, even as early as the 3rd week of the 2024 season. To begin with, the media vultures, they stopped circling around, fam. They've been circling around for weeks, right? They just came on down and started feasting on that red and gold carcass, tearing it up, man. I said, oh, man, come on, man. You got to be this nasty? Come on, man. Everybody has one of these seasons every now and then. I mean, we started out with season with Visions of Grandeur. We just came out of the Super Bowl. We figured we had license to believe we was going to go back. I don't know why we did, but as a 49er fan, you're going to believe. Of course we're going to believe. I mean, like nobody else is going to believe. Chris McCaffrey, man, I was really crushed by, he left a little note out there for us. And I love the way he loves the game, and he compares it to being a human, period. It's just the way life is. Now, a lot of people are writing him off as not going to be able to return from that injury, but you know what? That's the most determined human on the planet. I got full faith Chris McCaffrey will be back next year and ready to roll. Debo under the hands of the story. But anyway, we got everything about the 49ers. There's been reduction to vicious ratings. And the power rankings are threatening us for even the next weeks to come. They couldn't even say anything about this week. 49ers, it could be worse. I said, oh, come on, man. Your job is just to make the ratings this week. You don't need to talk about anything more than that. Shut up. Designations of blame up and down the organization, including within the organization, fam. We're designating blame like crazy, right? Most of the film media folks have shut the Super Bowl window down so hard, you can hear the glass just shatter. You got to duck, man. Oh, my God. I don't know. I just think it's an overreaction just to some degree, okay? You can't get injured like we have and continue to compete. It doesn't reflect entirely on the organization as much as it does nobody out there. No, I'm not looking at reaching for excuses. I'm just saying. So the phones we go tonight to express concerns over what has taken place with the once mighty Niners of 2024. And can we trust injury factor as a reason to continue faith for the near future? Question mark. I am. Tell you right now, this is not normal. If I had all my horses, all the king's horses and all the king's men. I know. Don't do that. Don't do that song. Fam, who said on November 27th, it's not an excuse, it's just what it is. That's the NFL. You're not going to be healthy. You've got to go out there. You've got to find ways to execute, to play at a high level, and to win every single week. Yes, I am intentful on finishing out this year. Mofo Warner. God, dude, you are a role model for every dude on the planet. I'm so proud of him right now. I don't want him to play. I want him to go heal up and stop this. But my God, the courage. Ooh. I'm telling you right now, I got 2 or 3 guys I want to retire as 49ers. Fred Warner is one of them. Don't ever talk to me about trading him. I don't care how many years it is from now. Don't do it. I will be ready and I will be pissed. I'm not trading Fred Warner for nobody. Nobody and nothing. Baldy on Debo. Steven, this is Steven disguised as Baldy. This is Steven, I know this is you, man. Quote, nothing's going on with Debo. I mean, he doesn't separate. He's not getting open. There's nothing that looks exceptional about him. We liked him in the dual role, but why would you hand the ball off to him if you had before this game Christian McCaffrey and Jordan Mason, who both played really well, and Israel Gurindo? Question mark. What carries you want to take away from those guys to give it to Debo? You don't. Unquote. Oh! It's coming down, fam. Oh, the roof is coming down. Regarding Nick Sorensen, Shanahan. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with Nick. I'm not at all satisfied with the results and how it's going right now, but some of the mistakes that we've made, I don't think, or what's happened here in these last 2 weeks, I don't think that's a schematic issue. It's a little bit more of a fundamental issue, and that also starts with me. Wow. Kyle usually doesn't say me when things are going bad. That goes to all coaching. It goes down to the players. It goes to everyone in this building. But the results here these last 2 weeks haven't changed my opinion on Nick, unquote. Jake Brendel offers advice to Brock Purdy. Quote, the biggest thing I could say to him is just once you get to a spot where it almost feels natural and it just feels like this is what you're supposed to be doing and you're not thinking too much. You're just playing football. I think that's kind of where we all as an offense need to be. Jake, what are you doing? Unquote. So, Jake, are you telling Brock to go ahead and do your thing? Don't worry about Kyle and his playbook? There are times when I wish he would. Like he did when he first came and Kyle was saying things about him in the media conference, but we'd already won the game and he could only say so much. Brock, you've got to get this done. And if you have to do it your way on occasion, so be it. Just don't fail. And he can't say a thing to you. And you'll have everybody in the organization, including the front office, to back you up. Not to worry. Get it done. I don't like Mike Florio. Let me make that plain and clear right now. But I was amused by this. I've said this myself. Bears should call 49ers about Kyle Shanahan. I quote, the Bears are looking for a head coach. There are 3 basic categories when it comes to finding a coach. First, hire a coordinator who has never been an NFL coach. Second, hire a fired former NFL head coach. Third, hire a college coach. Jalen, does this sound familiar? Jalen, you know I love you, man. You be tripping, man. I'm telling you. There's a 4th category that rarely gets used. Try to hire the head coach of another NFL team. The rules allow it. The prospective employer calls the coach's current team and expresses interest. If the current team is willing, they negotiate. If an agreement on compensation is reached, the new team has the green light to make the coach an offer. It costs nothing to try. Still, teams, as far as anyone knows, rarely do. The Bears should give it a whirl. Specifically, they should make the inquiry as the 49ers coach, Kyle Shanahan. Mike Flory, if I ever see you on the street, man, I swear to God, I would cuss you out. He goes on to say, there's no obvious reasons to think he or the team would like a fresh start. From his perspective, it's fruitless. He's under contract. From the team's perspective, who really ever knows? In early 2014, the 49ers had a deal in place to send Jim Harbaugh to the Browns, and that was after three stellar seasons, featuring 3 conference championships and 1 Super Bowl. Although Harbaugh ultimately decided not to do it, it's worth making the inquiry. Shanahan's dad, Mike, is from the Chicago area. More importantly, Shanahan is an offensive wizard who would get the most out of a quarterback, Caleb Williams. I just saw Shanahan say great things about Caleb today. I mean, I thought that had more to do with him being with him this weekend or playing against him this weekend. But yeah, you never know. Mike goes on to say, however, it would play out. It starts with a phone call. The Bears should make the call, unquote. '49ers folks, fam, added Israel Abnikonda and Keyshawn Vaughn. Bargain basement. We went to the bargain basement to get a couple of running backs to replace arguably the best running back in the game, and one who was about to gain over 1,000 yards had he been healthy all season. Now, he'd have been over 1,000 yards right now if he hadn't been out for the couple of weeks, I'm pretty sure. Okay, the 49ers had to pick up somebody, and they picked these guys up on waivers, which is scary. But I guess New York does have Breece Hall. I guess we don't know how good this guy is. We'll find out. But I'm just saying, they'll have no time to work with Bobby. I mean, Abnikonda is young and athletic. At his pro day in March, he ran a 4.45. Kid weighs 216 pounds. Jordan Mason 2.0, maybe. In his final season at the University of Pittsburgh, he ran for 1,431 yards, 20 touchdowns. So maybe there's something there. But the thing is, how are you going to whip him into shape in a few days? So Isaac Rindo's going to get most of the carries, I suspect. Vaughn was a 2020 third-round pick of the Bucs who played 4 years in Tampa Bay and was previously with the 49ers this year in the preseason and on the practice squad. Did we talk about him in the preseason? Did anybody notice anything special about him? 49ers called him back, probably mainly because they just know what he does. Javon Hargrave, $84 million. Last season, it never quite hit the level of game record the Niners were hoping for. Fam, he did put together a decent game. Week 3 versus Rams this season. That was the last game that we saw anything from him. He suffered that tricep tear. I would imagine that he's probably okay by now and probably already lifting. Anyway, a few people disagree the Niners need a D-line facelift, and that starts with that $83 million. It is million. $83 million contract. Let's go ahead and Javon's 31. He'll be 32 in his birthday. The team can and should think about working that D-line. We don't look anything like we used to look. We've been straining to try to do so. Fam, you know what's going to happen, don't you? And I'm just saying, draft night, all of us are sick and tired of the offensive line. But Jalen Moore is not looking that bad on the left side. I know. Don't be fooled by that one. I want to see more of him, though. Because I don't know if Trent Williams is ever going to play a full season for us again anyway, no matter, regardless of whether he comes back or not, right? A lot of us are still begging and pleading and praying for an offensive lineman. We're back. Defenses win football games, fam. I would bet you money. First guy picked up in the draft, we'll get an early pick too, is going to be a Terminator. They're going to get defensive linemen. The 49ers are not, their identity is their bone-crushing defense. The offense is going to get, Kyle will get you enough points if you just keep him on the field. I'm just calling it right now. I bet you that's what's going to happen. Get in here, fam. Give me some. What are you thinking? What about this future? What about this team? And how proud of you. Oh, Fred Warner, my friend! Damn! God, man! And Big Show, we have entered the pit of misery to a 4-year rebuild this offseason. Show, I'm glad you mentioned that. We are not, I cannot imagine any scenario where the 49ers just tear this team completely down and start a full-on rebuild. It's not going to happen. Show.
Yeah, we're not rebuilding Ronbo. We're not rebuilding Ronbo.
No, hell no. There's still too many good players on that team. Matty, come on in, man, and add some more to that. Thanks for the contribution. No. God. Woo!
More like retooling.
Yeah, retool. I don't mind that word. Yeah. We're an injured team. We're not a bad team. God. But Matty?
Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah. Matty, go ahead, fam.
Ronbo. I don't think we're rebuilding at all, buddy. I mean, we got a lot of key players that are going to come back, and if we rest a lot of guys, I mean, I think we're going to have a lot of healthy folks at the beginning of next season. I think CMC is going to come back healthier than he's been in a while.
I do too. And you're going to get a unit that's going to start the year off right. If we don't see a bunch of guys holding out, that killed us this year anyway. There was no preparation. There was no building that mental capacity you need to go into a season to dominate. None of that was there. We started off stupid, and we ended stupid.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm not even worried about whether we win any of these games. I mean, obviously, I'd like to beat the Rams and the Cardinals on the way out.
But
that's without saying.
I know. I've gotten over that. We've already got a built-in excuse. If the Rams do triumph, and that's going to be worse than getting shot in the face, we're going to know. We're going to know why. It wasn't because they were a better team, but because nobody was home.
No. Nobody. Like, the lights are off even, dude.
Yeah. And the car's not out in front. We just left.
The door.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Garage is empty. Yeah. So I don't know how you can. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. We're definitely not rebuilding. I think we're going to come back stronger than we are this year. And it's just the luck of the draw, man. I mean, now we know how the Lions felt for all those years.
But we went not nearly as many years as they did. But yeah, still, it just sucks.
Yeah, no, it stinks all the way around. But we got to keep our heads up, man. I mean, we're all 40. Well, most of them are 49ers fans in this chat, but we got some weirdos in here. But anyways, I mean, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, man. I mean, we get an awesome pick. I think all of us will have a huge fit if we pick a defensive lineman. All knowing we need an offensive lineman.
Manny, I can't wait till that draft night. I'm making a bet right now. They go after the most fiendish edge they can find in the first pick.
Yeah.
Because Leonard Floyd's not going to get it done. Drake Jackson's not coming back. Beal is not going to be on this team. He might be as a backup of some kind. But we don't have somebody to work with Nick, and it's got to be killing John Lynch. It's got to be breaking his heart to watch Nick out there bust his ass and carrying that entire defense every Sunday, and nobody out there but him. Yeah. They're going to get it.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's sad.
Well, and what's sad is, like, it takes losing Nick Bosa to realize. I mean, we already knew what we had, but you really realize it when he's not on the field. You know what I mean? You see the impact immediately.
Yeah.
Especially in that Seahawks game.
I mean,
tell me Geno would have ran like that those last two plays, knowing Nick Bosa was coming up on him? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Because, Matty, like you say, if nothing else, Bosa puts the fear of God in every quarterback out there. There's guys around the league like that. TJ, Myles Garrett. There's those guys that if you're a quarterback, you're trying to look downfield, but they're going to come out of nowhere and knock the bejesus out of you. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're just automatically just going to be on the ground all of a sudden, seeing stars.
High speed.
That guy's a machine, bro. But, yeah, let's just keep the faith, guys, and just I'm already looking into next year. Like, I'm already kind of over this, I mean, I've got a piece about it even, I'm just like, what, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Maybe we can win some games on the way out. And yeah, dude, I mean, it's not like we were just talking a minute ago. We're not rebuilding. We're going to come back healthy. We're going to get a full training camp and everything with I don't know why I draw Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall. Yeah.
I always draw a blank on his name for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not
I
being
have a feeling
utilized.
he's going to show up.
Yeah. Ricky, Kyle's offense is something for a wide receiver to learn. Ricky's got to learn a lot of things. He's still trying to figure things out, so I'm not mad at Kyle about that. I do know, because I've watched Ricky sometimes, I've watched him stop on the route. Ricky, I can think your job was to clear out and take your defender. That's fine. You know what? He'll be fine. He's a sharp kid, I can tell. So there's some things he's got to learn.
Well, how about you back too?
Yeah. Yeah. Jawan Jennings.
We're going to come back healthy, bro.
Yeah. We'll find.
Talanoa Hufanga, he'll be back and healthy. Dre Greenlaw, he'll be healthy. We should just rest him for the rest of the season.
I think so. Don't bring him back. I so agree with that. Why would you bring Greenlaw back? And Talanoa could take the rest of the year off too. You know?
Yeah, they can all take the rest of the year off. Let's just rock the second string.
Yeah. You know.
Let's just throw Josh Dobbs out for the rest of the year.
Yeah. And let him learn, because if he's struggling to learn, like Kyle Shanahan seems to be implying, then because he's got way more talent than Brendan Allen, if he could figure things out, he'd be better than having to hire another. Because Kyle's going to go get a new backup every year if you don't watch him.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the perfect opportunity for us to see who we have, and for those guys to get some real game speed, like real life action.
Yeah.
So I think it can be a really good thing for our second string guys. Really see what's going on with them.
True.
They can learn some stuff to get the real speed of the game. Yeah, I think everything's going to be great, Ronbo.
And turn the lights back on.
That's my take on it, brother.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, turn the lights back on.
I love it. Put the fridge of food back in the fridge. Don't leave the beer in there in case somebody comes by. Hey, Matty, I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, you gotta act like we live here. All right.
Yeah. I'll see you Friday.
When Friday?
Yeah. All right.
And I got to say this before I go. Go Ducks. We're undefeated. We play Saturday night in the championship game. So
I seen that. Go Ducks.
Yeah,
right.
dude. I'm excited.
And you should be, Matty. Because I don't want you to be unhappy for the ball.
The defense.
You go.
That might be some of the defensive guys we want to pick up next year. So, all right, buddy. I'll catch you guys Friday night.
All right, Matty. Looking forward to it, fam. Night, Matty.
All right, buddy. Night.
Night. Yo, Darius.
What's up, Ronbo?
Darius, I'm just, sitting back here really realizing that it is what it is and there's nothing that can be done about it. It's week 14. Might as well stop crying about it. I mean, we're not Chad Ochocinco. But you check out Chad. Hey, you know what?
Yeah,
Darius, that's love for your team. You're not even playing anymore. And Shannon Sharp is giving you the business. And you start crying about Burroughs and company. I felt bad. I had to laugh.
Yeah.
God, but we can't be going through that.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine.
No. I mean, it's a different type of passion when you go spend, 10 years risking everything to go play for that team. So it's obviously a different type of emotion than, us as fans. So, but, I saw something about how Ben Barch was playing at left guard yesterday. And that made me really smile because I was like, bro, if Ben Barch can keep playing like that, we can get a left guard. We don't got to go address left guard in the draft or in the off season because Aaron Banks is not good, right? So we just I'm starting to agree with that. If you have a left guard, that'd be cool. Yeah. So that'd be great if he can keep up. Yeah, and then like you said, man, Jalen Morey's past two games, man. If he play him at right tackle next year, play Trent at left, play him at right, and whenever Trent gets hurt, because unfortunately still have Colton McKivitz on contract, so go play whenever Trent gets hurt. Jalen Moore can slide that left tackle position, and that'll be that. But I mean, the way he's been playing is in these past two games against some good edge rushers.
Right, we're talking about Vaughn. I mean. That's
Greg Rousseau,
Buffalo.
You got Von Miller, Rashawn Gary. Yeah. So I hope he can keep it up, but, we'll see. These players, a lot of these players, they come in for a few games and they often trick us. We saw in 2022 Jake Wendell looked like a decent center, and now we know what he is. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, I mean, it's promising. So one thing I will say though, this year's draft class, outside Will Campbell, who's probably going to go top 5, there's not a lot of great offensive linemen in comparison to like last year or the year before. So, like you said, bro, there's a very, very good chance of taking D-line. There's I mean, all the blue chip prospects this year are typically D linemen, outside like Travis Hunter and Will Johnson and stuff like that. So, I mean, and I feel like the whole identity of this team, the reason why we became Super Bowl contenders in the first place was because of our D-line. I think O-line will be a second-round type of pick. Personally, me too. I too would prefer D-line because I don't think Hargrave is not going to be in the team next year. Leonard Floyd's 30-some. Malik Collins is 30-something.
Detroit versus everybody.
You need juice at the D-line, so I wouldn't be shocked. And personally, I think D-line would be the right, especially at edge, would be the right move. I also don't think. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I would bet on first round, Darius. And by the way, the third round, get another tackle. The 49ers got to know their identity is, as you just said, it's that defense. We don't, that's why Patrick Mahomes is looking so good this year. It's not about him. It's that defense.
It's that defense. He's got the best interior offensive line. He's got 3 All-Pros at left guard. He got left guard All-Pro, center All-Pro, right guard All-Pro.
See,
I mean, it's just.
I mean, that's,
you win. I mean, this is like Pop Warner. You win in the trenches. In high school, you win in the trenches.
It never changes.
This is basic football. It never changes. Exactly. It never changes. Even at the highest level, you look at the great teams right now. Detroit has a great O-line. Kansas City has a great O-line. Philly has a great O-line.
I was getting ready to point that out. And people give Brock Purdy grief. He doesn't have a front line deep offense. And people, shut the you know what? I said, if he had an offensive line, and we've seen him have a so-so offensive line 2 years ago, and he still did a good job. But don't tell me that any quarterback can play behind that offensive line that's getting people. I mean, the defender's in there within second. Get me a stupid.
Well, then what's the point of having great receivers if you can't even get the ball to them?
Right.
There's very, very, very few times where, I mean, Joe Burrow did that Super Bowl run, but he got sacked 70 times, and ultimately that cost him the Super Bowl against the Rams because Aaron Donald had one big play on that 4th down, and he didn't have time to throw it. So
that's why he's all busted
up. I mean, that's what it is. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think, unfortunately, Greenlaw and Hufanga, they're not going to rest because they're playing for contracts. Greenlaw needs a contract. Hufanga needs a contract. So there's no way they're going to let those guys rest. That's their future. So they're going to play the season out. I think, like I said before, a lot of the guys are going to play the season out unless it's a serious type of injury, unless it's like if they're not gonna rest their guys if they're still technically in the playoff hunt. So.
You're right about that.
As a fan base, we gotta stop clamoring for that because that's just never gonna happen.
We do it every year, Darius. Every year we suck. We started thinking, let's tank for the top pick in the draft. They're not gonna do that, and the players aren't gonna do that either, Darius. Those guys love playing.
No. You think Fred Warner's like? That man broke his foot, bro. Like, so he's not. The last thing he's thinking about is let me go lose this game, so next year we can be better. Like, no.
Fred,
you never know what happens. You never know what happens next year. You know.
Yeah.
That's why you play every game like it's your last. Because next year, who knows? Maybe the whole team gets injured again. You know, you just can't. No team's gonna tank when they have the opportunity. Just still go to the postseason. So I feel like as a fan base, we got to stop saying that. Like,
and you could draft a complete bust.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. Yeah, exactly. You could go trade 3 first-round picks, draft a Trey Lance type player, and he'll never touch the field or be worth a damn. So,
what were the odds of that happening though, Darius? I still can't. Why us did that happen to? Damn. And
the worst part about that is outside the quarterback position, that was one of the best draft classes in recent memory. Like, it was like you had Micah Parsons, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Pat Surtain, J.C. Horn. You had what's the left? Rashawn Slater at left tackle. You had, I could go on and on.
I know.
Those are the receivers that were there.
My draft coach that year was Kyle Pitts. I said, George Kittle needs help. Get him some help, please. No.
Man, if we stayed pat though, we only had to trade up 2 picks, and we could have Michael Parsons, Ronbo. Just saying that. Imagine Michael Parsons, Nick Bosa on the same team. Oh my God.
that would be so
would-
grisly. Oh. All right. Darius, always good stuff from you, man. I'll be back Friday. We'll act like we're going to be predicting scores. Although, but Darius, what we got to do is we can't start clowning our team. I caught myself doing that. I said, no, we're not doing that. Give reasons why you think you're not going to win or win, one or the other, but don't make jokes about our team. We got to stop doing that.
That's
At least I do.
Have a great night, Ronbo.
You too, Darius. See you Friday, fam. All right. Yeah, seriously, we can't disrespect red and gold. Although I'm trying to laugh about what's going on because I'm bothered by all of this, you know? Hey, 2A, Aaron.
What's up, Ronbo?
Aaron, we up, man. You know, we got to go through this and get ready for next year. And Aaron, as you look at some of the quotes, some of the things that are being said, trading Kyle Shanahan to Chicago, they should make a phone call. Fred Warner said, never say die. I don't care if my leg is falling off. If I can play, I'm going to play. You know, I mean, these guys are just really, man. But Ballinger's saying about Debo what a lot of people are saying. Is Debo going to be on this squad next year?
Me,
Tough question.
I mean, me honestly, no, because they just drafted 2 wide receivers, in Ricky Pearsall and
They've been playing.
Jacob Collins.
I know.
So
I know.
So yeah, and plus with Ricky Pearsall didn't really have like a first full year of training camp.
No,
So
he didn't have training camp. He's coming in and learning on the fly, and Kyle's trying to take it easy with him. Everybody's getting mad at Kyle, but I realized what's going on with Ricky. I was watching him the other day. I said, you know, it's snowing, so I'm not going to say it, but you know, he's still got some things he's got to learn. He's got to know when to. He's going to be fine though, because he's got skills. So.
oh yeah, and I mean, you know, like like Darius said, I could see us drafting a D-line in the first round because
get ready for
like
it.
yeah, because I know this O-line class is not as good as last year's draft class, so
and
I mean, I could see us. I could see us drafting an O-line in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because remember last year, Cal and John had no problem saying, well, we just didn't see anything in the draft any better than what we have now. Most of us balked at that, but did we really know how good the offensive linemen in that class were? And I mean, that's the thing. So I'm thinking I'm going to stop criticizing when they say that, because just because the offensive linemen we got don't make us crazy, we'd be mad as hell at what they pick up in the draft as well. I'm still waiting for Nick. What's his name? Zakel. I'm still waiting for him to come around. There's been 2 or 3 other guys down through the last few years. The 49ers drafted, and we're still waiting for him to come around. Although Ben Barch, like Darius was talking, Barch looked good. Jalen, you know, he may be coming around. He's a left tackle to begin with, and when you start putting tackles on the right side and their natural left, they're working all their life on the left, the transition can be tough. I don't know. I'm starting to think stop judging him.
I thought Ben Barch looked good.
Yeah, he did. Look, we were running the ball.
Sunday.
We were running the ball well too.
Yeah, and I know, of course, we need a center because Shank Brando ain't it.
That's why Nick Zakel, he's got the size. He's got a bad attitude, too, from what I read when he first came.
Yeah.
I like a center with a bad attitude as big as he is. Good.
Yeah, and don't forget the kid we drafted last year. No. He was undrafted. Drake Nugent.
Is Nugent still with the team? Guy's built like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. The center position requires a certain football IQ. This is the thing about Shanahan's offense. Any and everybody can't play that. Jake Brindle's probably there on the strength of his football knowledge and how he can quickly assess what's in front of him. And if he makes that read on that defense and get it back to his quarterback, that's invaluable for Kyle's offense. Kyle's offense got a lot of nuance in it that really is hard to find people to play in. It really is.
Yeah, it is though, and since the CMC is out for the season, I think this is a good opportunity for Grandeur.
I know. I can't wait to see him. I'm looking so forward to that. I just don't want him to be too nervous because he'll feel pressure now. He knows he's the guy that everybody's going to depend on. That's got to be driving him nuts. A rookie too, NFL first year. Oh my God, you can do it, Isaac! Come on, man up! You can do this. God.
Yeah, and also we need another tight end to back up George Kittle because he can't do it. Like, just at least take the pressure off of him.
If nothing else, be able to do at least a little bit of what George does. I don't need him blocking. One of the best in the game, probably. After George runs route, he worked on it hard so he could do it. We're talking about a guy who's had 1,000 yards in receiving. We need him out there as a weapon as well. He does a great job of providing for the run game, but I want to see him out there. Travis Kelce don't do jack diddly squat when it comes to blocking over Kansas City, and he gets all the love in the NFL. Travis Kelce may be one of the premier and greatest tight ends in football history. I mean, come on, you know what, you guys? I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with Travis Kelce, but if George didn't have to do all the work he does and do only what Travis does, I think I could debate this. You know?
Yeah. So, yeah, and also, I think if the last name Green for us, he's a corner.
Bernardo? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's going to get better though.
Yeah, he's a rookie. Him and Mustafa. That's what's so lovely and frightening.
Oh yeah,
Mustafa and Green back there. I need one more. Oh, what am I talking about? I got Debo. That's secondary. All they need is to fix that front line pass rush. Yes.
Yes.
We got to do some with Jair Brown. Because I'm through talking good things about people are pointing some things out that I need to stop ignoring. Jair is messing up. I'll never get over the day that he ran in front of a defender that was making a play and knocked him out of the play, Ronaldo, and Ronaldo couldn't stop that touchdown. Hey, Double A, I'll tell you what, I'm going to see you Friday night. Bring that score and your reasons. Be looking for you, fam.
All right, Ronbo. I'll see you Friday night.
Looking forward.
Night, fam.
Yeah, Jair, man, you gotta. Yo, Serge.
What's good, everybody?
Serge, man, we good, man. We good. Before 49ers, we can roll with this, you know. And that young used to be Young Montana, now another stupid name. Don't be giving my score and saying I said it. Boy, you be walking on thin ice. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. But Serge, You look at our situation. Have you become relaxed, comfortable with it yet?
I don't know, Ronbo. I don't like how people be saying, "Oh, fire Kyle and get rid of this and get rid of that person." I'm like,
you got to fire.
man.
Everybody fires the coach first. Get rid of the quarterback. Fire the coach.
All of a sudden, when you have a bad year, they want to get rid of people.
Went from the MVP conversation to all these names. All people still all over Brock Purdy. It's comical.
People need to understand that if it wasn't for Kyle and John, we wouldn't have the team we have right now, man.
Thank you.
They're the ones who built the culture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And Serge, if you get rid of them, you got to start all over again. Because whoever comes in is going to want to bring his own people. Players are going to be leaving. You're going to build a whole new team. How long is that going to take?
You're getting rid of the team. You're getting rid of the staff.
That's right. You don't just fire. Man. Yes, it's not just limited to firing the coach. It goes beyond that.
Yeah, if we do that, goodbye Super Bowl for the next 5 years.
Minimum.
You know, because
it'll take forever to get back up on their feet.
Rebuild. So I don't know, man. They need to chill with that whole thing right now. But the only thing I could say, honestly, Ronbo, about Kyle and John, I think they soft when it comes to these players not practicing and not want to do anything until they get their bag. And then what do they do? They gave it to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like dude.
Well, they held out as long as they could, Serge. You know.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. We should stop doing that. If they haven't done that,
Serge, what would you do then?
How long has Ayuk been with the 49ers? That
this is fourth year.
He had one good year, you know. But man, I don't know.
Serge, how do you? Debo? No, did you mention that though? How do you handle that? What would you do? How would you handle that?
I don't know. Like, let's win something first. That's just how I am, man. Let's win something. Let's win something first before we start asking for.
So, Serge, are you gonna tell Ayuk that? Are you gonna tell Debo that? Are you gonna tell these guys? I mean,
because if you tell them that, they're not gonna perform.
Well, that's
they're
the thing.
Gonna want to trade.
Well, yeah, see. So that's what I'm saying. Negotiations is a very delicate operation. I don't know if I could do it. I'm like you. I would get pissed off. I could just see about a week or two passes by. I need to get you into camp. You know, you know what? Let's just cut the crap, okay? We need to poop or get off the pot. Are you guys going to play this season? Do you want to play this season? Because if the money's more valuable to you than playing, I'm not sure if we need to keep talking. I'm going to give you a substantial amount of money. You're going to, you know, if you don't agree to it, I'm not coming back to this table. They did that to Ayuk in a way. And you know what he did? He played that game out all the way till August. Did he miss a week?
So question, Ronbo. Do you want to give the bag to Brock at the end of this year?
I do, because I see what he does.
Or would you want to? Or would you rather wait for him to do something good next year?
You know, he might agree to that too, Serge. He might agree to that.
Because the thing is, this year showed us that Brock is he's okay, because he didn't have Ayuk, he didn't have CMC, and look where it led us to. But when he had Ayuk and CMC, he was amazing, right?
Yeah, and Serge, add to that, the offensive line was bad last year. It was even worse this year. So that's why I don't know how to grade him. People just look at it for face value. They don't look into what's going on. They just, he sucks. Well, you know, this is an ignorant way to look at it. And a lot of people do that. You don't put it all together, and then you just make a decision on whether he's good or not. So that's why I'm
not saying that Brock sucks. I'm not saying Brock sucks.
No, I didn't say you did, but a lot of people do.
It just says that he needs the players that we have for him to look good. You know, just like how everybody says, he's a game manager and stuff. Yeah, okay. We just saw it.
No,
he is a game manager, because
without
them, he's okay. You know.
But who is it though, Serge? Here's the thing: how many quarterbacks are out here with no talent and still doing a great job?
Yeah. How many quarterbacks have we had that we gave the bag to and then we got rid of them?
I know,
we
right?
got rid of Cap after we gave him the bag.
Yeah.
We got rid of Jimmy G after we gave him the bag.
They lose the fire.
We can't keep doing that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we can't keep doing that. You know,
But quarterbacks, it's the way the market is.
And what people need to understand is, for us to go to war, Ronbo, what do you need? You need an army.
Yeah.
And we don't have an army right now.
No.
Everybody's injured. Everybody's hurt. Like, as soon as we get that army, then we'll be fine. And I'm guaranteed we're going to be fine next year. We're going to go to the playoffs. That's a guarantee. As long as everybody stays healthy and doesn't, it's not like this year. Believe me, we're gonna go to the playoffs. But we just don't have an army, man. And for us to start recruiting and you know, just charging everybody, like, no, we can't be doing that. We need to have the right equipment, you know, and the equipment is the team.
Yeah.
We don't have the right team right now. Everybody's hurt, and then, you know, we might lose some people next year that's going to retire, and then
or just not get re-signed. We're not going to sign everybody.
There might be some trades, because there was talks about trading Ayuk, and there was talks about trading Debo this year, which we didn't, thank God. But at the same time, nothing really happened because
Serge,
Ayuk got hurt. And
you almost had Amari Cooper. We got to go though, fam. I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
Hey, Serge, let me see you Friday, fam. And good to hear from him as often as we do these days. I love it. You've been missing for a while.
Yeah. I just like talking realistically about what's going on and how we should just look at it, you know, instead of start pointing fingers and get rid of fire this person, you know, like it shouldn't be that way.
No, we always fire people. Anything goes, we got to fire people. Hey, but Serge, bring that score, and I'll be looking for you Friday. All right, fam.
All right, guys. See you later. Have a good night.
You too. Night. Eric, come on in. E.
Yes, sir. You buddy.
Did all right, Eric. It's so funny because I say that I'm serious. I'm all right. I've just come to grips with what's happening, and I just don't. There's no point in getting bothered or mad. It is what it is. There's nothing that can be done about it. You've lost all your players, and I mean, 8 of 11 Pro Bowlers gone. You're not going to get anything done. The next man up is a myth in most cases. You can lose 2 or 3 guys, maybe 4, but you can't lose nearly double digit. And the ones that are playing hurt. Because I guarantee you, Fred Warner's already told everybody he's gonna finish ankle hurting and all. George Kittle won't say anything, but I promise you he's hurt. And Brock Purdy now he's been reduced by the critics as being one of the worst quarterbacks in football, when last year he had some of the best numbers in the game, 4,000 yards, was in MVP conversation as a second-year pro. I ain't hating on that. I want to see further development, right? But these are the things that, you know, give him an offensive line, the best quarterbacks in the league. Eric, are you watching Minnesota? Minnesota's got one of the best offensive lines in the game, right? Look at the Detroit Lions. Best offensive line in the game. Every team that has offensive line, I don't need a GOAT. Most quarterbacks that get in the NFL are good enough. He just needs protection. Unless he's Jameis Winston or, you know, he's got to throw them INTs at exactly the right time. But, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you guys got a pretty good offensive line this year, too, as I just remembered. Not bad, especially for the Hawks that don't like to invest a lot of money in the offensive line. That has been their history.
Yeah, I tell you, he's definitely a very good quarterback. He's come into Seattle twice, 3 times, a very dangerous, a very loud environment. And every single time he's coming out of Seattle with that win.
Yeah, well, he had all his guns, but
yeah.
So, you know, you can't make something out of nothing. I don't know why people think a quarterback, you just have a quarterback. That's not our problem. That's that quarterback's problem. He's got to get it done. Okay, I guess this conversation's over. Have a great day. You know, I was like, what are you talking about? He's not going to get anything done with all his guys out. And an offensive line that's got him scrambling for his life on every snap. So, you know, we'll see what happens next year. They got the 49ers, it's a front office to be mad at, though. They got to get some people out there, at least work harder on that offensive line than they do. So
yeah, it's definitely I mean, I don't even know what's going on because it's got to be something like a bunch of injuries because you guys have always been a very tough team to beat.
up until recently.
And this year it just seems like you're getting beat.
Oh man, and with ease too. I suspect. I don't want it to happen. I see the Bears, who've been nearly losing to really good teams. I don't know how the 49ers are going to beat them. We'll see. The Bears don't know anything about this team now because, hell, we don't know anything about this team that's coming up this Sunday. Who are these people? You know? So, I don't know what to expect next.
I tell you, it's going to get better before it gets worse.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be okay.
Yeah, at some point, I keep wondering when Kyle's going to just go ahead and I don't see Dre Greenlaw. Well, actually, they'll probably come back now. It's like Darius pointed out, these guys are playing for a contract. So you might see Hufanga and Greenlaw again this season.
Yeah, it's gonna be just fine. I'm very impressed with like the overall framework of the 49ers. I just know that it's just a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to think of another team in the league that's got as many injuries or near as many injuries as 49ers. Well, you got the Bengals. Well, Eric, can you imagine? Burrows is, as he says, he has to have a perfect game in order for the Bengals to have any chance of winning. They don't have, their defense has turned to crapola. And Burrows can have a game where he throws for 500-600 yards, 4 or 5 TDs, no mistakes. And the Bengals still lose. I mean, and people talk about firing the coach. See, if there's a coach that needs to be questioned, and Stephen A. Smith is right, why do the Bengals start off every year slow as hell? Every year the Bengals have to come from behind to do what they do.
Yeah. And I tell you, at the end of the day, I don't know, I still feel like that Kyle should get at least one more year. And then if things are bad next year, just do what you got to do, but I don't think it's going to be bad.
No, you look at Thomason, and I'm not putting Kyle on the same level with some of these greats that have been around their teams for a long time. You look at Harbaugh over with the Ravens. You give these guys a little room because they've already accomplished a lot. At least to my way of thinking. Yep. There's no point in firing and bringing in another guy that's going to come in and do worse. And the odds are you're not going to get a guy that's going to get you double-digit wins every year. Eric, the same with the Cowboys. As I look at it, and the Eagles too, everybody's saying fire what's his name over with the Eagles? If he doesn't win the Super Bowl. Yeah, Sirianni. If Sirianni gets in the first round and loses, fire him immediately. McCarthy, who's actually had the Cowboys in position to win up until this year every year since he's been there. Coaches that actually get wins, probably you should think about it before you just throw them away because there's probably other factors involved in them losing certain games at certain times. I just got to do a subject that take hours to talk about. Eric, you know what? Remind me of this Friday, okay? I want to get into that, actually. This firing coaches every few minutes is getting out of control with a lot of people. I just want to confront that. So, yeah.
Dare I ask what's shaking, Ronbo?
Eric, have a good night.
Casey, I am.
Eric's shaking, right? Eric, I'll see you Friday, okay?
Oh,
Production's moving fast on us. All right.
Good, buddy.
All right. Night, Eric.
Oh, my bad, brother. My bad.
No, Case, you're okay. You're okay. It wasn't you. Come on in.
I heard the unmute.
No, you're right.
I heard a little bit of silence.
We're trying to move along quickly because we're trying to get as many people as we can before 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, hey, Case, and you're the guy for this subject tonight too. You look at Fred Warner. These 49ers have not given up. And you look at what's being said. A lot of people have said, Kyle Shanahan's lost that locker room. Get rid of him. I'm looking at like CMC saying things like, "I'll be back," and he's saying some good things about it. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but you can see these guys are not quitting. They just can't go any further because of the pain and agony and suffering. So I'm feeling good about next year already. What are you thinking?
Well, Ronbo, this is their job.
It's true, and you should take it seriously.
They can't. Yeah, what are they going to do? They got to feed their families, So.
But do you guys have out there BSing though?
The what?
There are guys out there BSing though, more so in the NBA than the NFL. But you got a lot of guys out there. Elbow. What's wrong with your elbow? I don't know, but if there's something wrong, what are you going to do? Well, I got to take this week off.
Well, and there's also a lot of people that probably haven't disclosed their injuries and are playing hurt.
Fred. I'm talking George Kittle every year. Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa most likely. Yeah, these guys love it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with 49ers.
Uh-huh. Do the 49ers do anything great? No. But,
we can get there, but we just can't finish up. Damn it.
Oh, man. Ronbo, this is that time of year that I thought was only available in June, but it's who will survive. It's about staying healthy at this point. They've lost pretty much everyone but Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, Ronbo. I'm in a daze, man. I'm a little bit shell-shocked, so to say.
Yeah, it's like 2020. We came out of the Super Bowl and immediately turned to crap. Injured,
well, not just that, but just the way the whole league looks. The Steelers are 9-3 with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. That's pretty amazing. The NFL is hitting on all cylinders right now, really.
Casey, defensive teams that are doing the best job right now are hardcore defense. If you look at the rankings, Steelers, you can't beat up the Steelers. You can beat them maybe, but you're only going to get a few more points than they do. Look at Detroit. They've got the formula on both sides of the ball. Look at KC. Patrick's not even working that hard this year. He has no choice. He's got no weapons. But his defense is lights frigging out. Buffalo?
Yeah, and really the teams with the best secondaries are doing really well.
Right?
Yeah. And really that's why the Chiefs won the Super Bowl versus
exactly.
Their
they took
secondary
Debo
was so
out.
good. So, but I'm just praying that Brock stays healthy for the rest of the year. When Brock was chasing down that guy in the snow, I was just like, no.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, man. I was like, Brock, just stop it, man.
You reminded me of that. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But, I bet cleats in the snow. I've never worn cleats in the snow. I bet cleats in the snow actually makes for some pretty good traction at some points.
Yeah, but they can't be 30 inches
And you could kind of tell. I think I could notice that Josh Allen has experience playing in the snow. There's some plays where watching Fred run around is a little bit different than watching Josh run around. So that game tells me that the Buffalo Bills are probably going to win the Super Bowl this year. Josh Allen is pretty unstoppable right now. He's playing really well.
He's always played like that.
Yeah, but that one touchdown where he threw it and then it was lateral to him. How many players are throwing that pass and then running up to try and help push him forward? That's one of my favorite plays I've ever
The guy's
seen.
a beast.
You know,
he is.
Yeah, and he's kind of due. You know, so it's probably going to be the Bills and the Lions if the Lions don't have to go to Philly. Lions have to go to Philly. It's probably going to be the Bills and Eagles, and
yeah. I'm betting on the Eagles on that too, just because they got more toughness, which is really crazy because.
Well, they have a hell of a roster, yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. But they still, Sirianni, for all his faults, he's an asshole. But you know what he does? His team reflects off that, and they're a bunch of hardcore jerks too. And then you got Dan Campbell. These are the old school
hungry.
kind of guys. Yeah, you know those kind of coaches. They make their team crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, and like we were saying about defense, I mean, that's really what kind of shaped the vibe of the Niners was, Salah. He's an incredibly well-spoken man.
Brilliant.
And D'Amico.
He is.
And, so I'd like to see them, find that toughness and that kind of blue-collar attitude again.
It helps. Football is not a gentleman's game.
Yeah, man, they have a hell of a roster, but the reality of it is the NFL is loaded with really talented players everywhere, and it's really just about the best ability is availability.
Oh,
and the Niners have just not had that for years since they moved to Levi's. It's the Levi's curse, So
going from
I don't
one
know,
extreme
Ronbo.
to another.
It's been a good run. We've had some amazing football. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll be okay. We got to go through this. We went through this in 2020. Remember 2020, we came back next year. We were just kicking butt. I mean, just fighting your ass off. It looked good, too. 22,
Well, what really
of course.
gets me is, hearing Kyle talk and stuff now, I think he's just kind of really defeated and doesn't know what to say. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really like the way Kyle's handled talking about all this stuff, and especially like last week. Just listening to this last week, I haven't enjoyed anything I've heard from Kyle.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not going to.
Kind of tells me he's lost the locker room. So at least that's how I think.
Yeah. Well, Kyle's within himself. He's having issues. He's got veterans on that team. Too many. You're not going to lose a veteran locker room that's been with Kyle this long, unless he does something really egregious. I don't think he's done that. And most of those guys are looking at themselves and reflect upon whose fault it is, and they're probably looking at themselves and think it's their fault. That's a youngster would come in and maybe start saying, "This team sucks," but nah, maybe I don't know.
Where they're at fault is that they, the champions behave like champions before they're champions thing is so true. But where they've been at fault is that they haven't won anything yet, and they're acting like, earlier in the season they were acting like they were the ones to beat, and that they needed to kind of humble themselves. I think
we got to stop, but they got to think like that. You got to have confidence, or else you're definitely not going to win.
Yes, but Ronbo, it's clarity over confidence. If you have enough confidence, you'll jump off a building.
True.
So.
Case, we got to roll. I'll see you Friday. I always appreciate you, fam. You know this. All right.
Thanks, Ronbo. Maybe they're listening to us in the Congo. Who knows? Maybe they got us on the space station tonight. The worldwide Ronbo Sports, home of the 5-time world champion and Super Bowl champion San Francisco 49ers, and you Ram fans and Seahawks fans, y'all ain't got no Ronbo Sports.
Or 5 trophies.
Yeah, the best time.
That case.
Yeah, exactly. Later, Ronbo.
Later. There it is. It's time for some Latino heat. Latino heat. Latino heat. Emilio. This is just time I got to get Emilio.
What's happening?
We ain't happening. We're sort of kicking back now, and I've already got it figured out. We're gonna end up in the draft.
You ain't happening?
No, I'm delighted because I know what's gonna happen. 2 weeks ago, when I started getting comfortable, I said, "You ain't going nowhere." I'm thinking like Emilio now because we suck. Even your daughter agrees. You know what? Thing is, like I said, ain't no offensive lineman we're gonna pick this week. They're going after a defensive lineman in that first round, Emilio. Go ahead and jump on in there, fam.
Yeah, well, we've been need offensive line since last year.
Well, more than longer.
I don't know where it is.
Well, I'm just saying, since Purdy's been in there, we needed a line, and I don't know why Shanahan even thought that. Like I said, that dumb stuff he said in the beginning of the season. Oh, we don't need offensive line. We just need position players. I'm like, I can honestly, quote unquote, he knows more football than I do, but that's just one of the dumbest shit he's ever said since he's been the coach for the 49ers. I'm like, he's done some dumb shit, but that took the cake for me. I'm like, dude, that's just horrible. You should know better.
Yeah.
I said, when your dad was coaching with the 49ers, Joe had an offensive line. Steve Young had an offensive line. So I'm like, that's the dumbest shit he ever said. I'm like, we don't offensive. I'm like, okay. That only worked because we had Jimmy, because Jimmy would just throw the ball 5 yards and then players would go. No. If you're trying to throw the ball down the field, that's not finna work.
You need an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And Jimmy was smart because Jimmy would be dead meat right now if he didn't get rid of that ball in 2 seconds. They'd have killed his butt. They killed him anyway. Broke his leg in two. I mean, but you're right. At least, Kyle, don't say we don't need. Say we're keeping our eyes out or something, but you don't say we don't need. We do need.
Like I've been saying, we've been needing a line. He needs to really look at himself and needs to really have not even gut, but change your way of thinking of how you're gonna win these games, your coaching style, and you need new coaches. You really need to change up his coaching staff seriously. I would want Salah back, but don't bring Salah back. You need a whole new coaching staff, just seriously, and start over fresh. He needs to really start fresh and really think about what he's doing. And like I said, we have the team. He just needs a new mentality. He just needs help. Like I said before.
Well, they got to be out there too.
He's not doing it on himself. He just can't. We need a DC, and especially needs the special teams. He needs to stop saying, "I don't care about special teams." No, because every time you don't care, they can't tackle, and they're running the ball, and they're returning the ball, and something like that. So his mentality, and especially, he has to get rid of that damn Cabo crew. Some of those players got to go. They have to go. He cannot.
They're going. They can't afford to pay all of them anyway. Somebody's leaving.
Well, you know what I realized? I'm like, and we look at the Chiefs. The reason the Chiefs have been so good, they don't replace all their top players, and they don't pay them. And you go back and look at Belichick. That team lasted so long because Belichick barely paid anybody. I'm like, I
look at the 49ers.
Our guys.
Yeah, same way, but long back during that dynasty. Same thing.
That only works if you guys win Super Bowls. Because when you look back to the teams with Joe and all them and Steve, they paid all these guys, but they were winning. They won the Super Bowl. You cannot keep this thing around if you're not winning the Super Bowls. It doesn't work. I get it. You want to run it back, but that only sticks. That only takes you so far. You cannot. We can't. I mean, they keep finding ways to pay these guys, but you can't keep paying everybody. Keep on getting older. Like Debo, it's just. He's out of the ones that actually gotten paid for 1 year, because I heard Serge earlier talking about Ayuk. Ayuk has been consistent since he's got this. If he's been a rookie, Ayuk has been he just bad luck got hurt this year, but no, since Ayuk has been there, Ayuk has been getting better and better. Same thing with Kittle. It's only really a select. Like Debo, he's only good for one. He's only really had 1 year, and that's when we had Daniels on our offensive as OC assistant help. So, but. Yeah. So it's just like
you got to roll people over. You can't play the same team here. That's why, like you say about the Chiefs, they're the best example right now too. The Chiefs don't have any of that. I mean, Tyreek Hill left. I mean, they got guys left in droves.
They don't have nobody from that team. The only two players that don't count from the 2019 Super Bowl is Kelsey and Kittle. That's it.
Kelsey and who else?
I mean, Kelsey and Mahomes.
Yeah, see?
Mahomes and
offensive line completely shifted. Well, Chris is still there.
No, but for the most part, you cannot name nobody else on that team since 2019. So it's just like, they keep changing. You see, Tyreek didn't go a long time ago, so it's cool you want to keep the team. There's nothing wrong with it. In the day, but I'm like, you can't keep everybody. You got it. Every year, Shanahan from here on in, he's gonna still be the coach. Every year, he has to find somebody to replace him every year, because at any point in time they want to get paid, they're not playing to their potential. You can just say, sit them down and get rid of them, And then, it's the same old saying with Bill Washington. I'd rather get rid of you a year early than a year too late. So I don't see why. So it's just like that same model. Shanahan's been around for years and years. Even when he was acting, he's not sticking to that. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You just forgot how to coach. I'm like, dude, you're not a coach, but dude, some of this stuff you just got to realize. And from the old days, like, dude, I can't do this stuff. Keeping guys and having to be loyal to guys doesn't work. My dudes get traded all the time. So it's just, why are you trying to stick around with 10 guys like that? I like a lot of these guys, but when you see it's not happening, you got to sit the other guy down and put somebody else in. I'm like, what did we draft a lot of these players for, especially all these young guys, for nothing, just for them to sit there and not play? I'm like, you gonna wait the next year? I'm like, no, you got these guys to find replacements. I'm like, we go back to Pearsall. Why did you draft Pearsall? Because Debo couldn't get open in the Super Bowl. Now all of a sudden you won't play him? He's good to go? It's like, what are you going back to? You say you're switching stuff up, but you're going back to your old ways. I'm like, dude, he has to that's my biggest thing. He has to let go of this stupid Cowboy crew he's got going on. A lot of those guys got to go. They're getting older.
But they ain't going out. They've already got the reservations at Cabo now, I bet. Man, we got to go, fam.
Either way they do. But yeah, that crew has to go. That crew has to
I can see it now, too. Debo's definitely.
To those guys.
They're going to be fishing him.
So,
all right, fam.
We could actually keep Debo. We could actually keep Debo and keep him at kickoff returns. We just got to pay him less because it looks like that's where he's functioning the best right now. So
yeah, I know, right? He was damn good against Buffalo. I'm shocked.
He can actually be. What is that one? Who was that guy that used to do it on the? There was one guy that did it on the Rams and the one that did it on the Chiefs for a while. I forgot their names. I know there was Devin Hester for the Bears.
Oh, I know. And we had him for a few minutes. I know who you're talking about, but he was injured. I know it was Devin Hester. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so that's what we actually need. If we get a good return, that'd be perfect. If people want to take that spot, you might have to take a big pay cut, buddy. But all right.
There you go. All right, Emilio. I'll see you Friday, fam. Good stuff. All right, Emilio.
All right, you have a good night.
Thanks, fam. And here comes Steven, one of Debo's biggest fans.
Debo is a DB disguised as a wide receiver.
A DB?
You can't tell me otherwise.
Otherwise, Debo is not really a wide receiver. He's a gimmick player. Because we knew that a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
because he did it so well.
Johnson called it in the NFCG. So I don't know why he's upset. Oh, I'm not producing. Yeah, bro, because everyone knows the position you really play. Kick returner.
Well, that's
where you shine best.
He still runs that route across the middle of the field. If it's perfectly timed, he'll get yards on that. But stop with the jet sweep and stop going downfield too deep.
Even if he runs downfield, Ronbo, even if you throw it to him, it's going to bounce off his damn hands.
His head.
The boy's got... He got bowling ball for hands, man.
I never realized.
He's not catching nothing.
Because that catch used to make across the middle of the field, it was just there. As soon as he ran by, all he had to do was reach up and grab it. See, that was when he was really... Once he got out in the open like that, oh, good luck trying to stop him. But now, it's a different story.
It's a totally different story. So if we're looking at the draft class, I'm going to be real with you. We need to get a wide receiver. That's guaranteed.
Another one?
Because Ricky Pearsall, Jacob Cowing, Jennings. Yeah, because we're probably going to get rid of Debo. So that's one receiver we're going to be down.
Yeah, but when you say you're talking about the draft, you're not talking about the first round, are you?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
No. We're just talking about drafting.
Kyle's always going to get a wide receiver, no matter what.
Yeah.
Every year he does that.
Because we don't know how Brandon Ayuk is going to be, especially because they said there's extensive damage to his knee. When he initially got injured, there's extensive damage, meaning he probably didn't tear his. Yeah, that knee's gone. So we don't know if he's going to be the same, if he's going to be able to do some stuff, or if he's going to be, a second slower. I mean, a wide receiver being a second slower, that's make a break.
That's too much. Stephen, for the first 5 weeks, we're looking at the swelling on Ayuk's knee, and it'll determine whether he's going to play this week. Is he game time decision? We're going to hear that all year next year. I can already see it.
Mm-hmm.
If at all.
And that's the shitty part about it. But not only that, I mean, we're also looking at defensive tackle, someone who can stop the run up the middle.
Oh,
because we have an open guy on both offensive and defense, Ronbo. But offense and defense, we have a gap in the middle. That's crazy. Anyone can press down the middle and get right through us on both sides, first and secondary. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to say that because last year we would never be saying this. We would never be having this conversation last year. On top of that, I mean, Sauber's a pretty good tight end. Wouldn't hurt to get possibly, I don't know. It's something crazy. This is my take on this. We're not going to keep Jordan Mason. I don't think Jordan Mason is going to come back. It'd be awesome if he did, but with the way they treated him the moment CNC came back,
and they're going to offer him give him a low ball contract. He's a restricted free agent, though. Yeah. The 49ers can give him what if he can go out and get more money, but nobody's paying a lot of money for running backs. Jordan's damn good. The 49ers will match that deal. Mace will be back next year. I would lean in that direction if I was going to make bets.
Well, this is also the reason why I make this kind of, suggestion, I guess. The reason why we're not going to keep Mason is because they signed that kid from the Jets who's a bell cow running back who is really nasty. So, and plus he's a rookie, so they might want to keep him.
You think he's good?
I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not going to try.
We'll see, though. You got.
I think he can do it.
Now, you got a point. Let's see what he looks like. And if he does look good, they are going to go Mason go get paid.
Yeah, and then on top of that, too, offensive line is the clear, cut and concise answer for everybody. I mean, look at Jared Goff. We were taking picks off this guy like nothing when he was with the Rams because their offensive line wasn't jack shit. He goes to the Lions, has a decent offensive line. Now he looks like
the MVP conversation
that he was supposed to look like. Yeah. So it should already tell you. I mean, Brock Purdy had an okay offensive line last season. I wouldn't say it was like above 50%, but it was close to 50%.
Put him in the MVP conversation. I mean, people get off the quarterbacks and say, hey, dude, have you ever played quarterback before? Can you imagine as you're trying to get it done, look down the field, guys coming at you at 100 miles an hour, you can hear him thundering towards you. You ain't going to freak out? I bet you do.
Geno Smith all the time. You heard Geno Smith when Nick Bosa was coming out, and he was like, oh, shit. He was all mic'd up.
I don't know what people be tripping, man. You don't understand, dude. It's offensive. He's got to have protection.
Here's another thing, too, Ronbo. I have a good feeling. I have a sinking feeling if Trent Williams stays for another year, Niners are probably going to trade him. They're probably going to trade him for something. It's going to come down to that because he's up there in age. He's apparently walking around on a scooter. Ever since he joined us, he's missed more games than he's had in his entire career. Yeah. So it's like they're probably going to look at his contract, look at what they could do, and probably trade him for either someone else or some draft capital. Who knows? It's really hard to say. But
they'll probably go to draft capital because you're not going to get your money's worth for a player. Because like we got Staley, we lose Staley, and we segue to Trent Williams. What are the odds? I was wow. I'm not sure Trent Williams might not be better than Staley. As far as
Yeah, it was
lucky.
It was a weird switch going from Staley to Trent Williams.
I know.
But the problem is you also forget, too, we lost Staley, and then we kept McGlinchey, who we all hated, all collectively was, our beating horse.
He's doing a good job in Denver, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why he switched up over there, but he couldn't do it here.
Bo Nix has got plenty of time to throw. Maybe a better coach.
Bo Nix looks good. That's the crazy part. Sean Payton, man. He's already gotten a Super Bowl under his belt, so it wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, it all goes back to, you have a decent offensive line. Now you're going to look really good. Look at what Jim Harbaugh did with the Chargers. He has now switched that entire team around 180 from being the laughingstock of the AFC to now a decent contender.
Sam
now
Darnold,
they're in the conversation.
Great offensive line. Yeah. Steven, let you go right now. On Friday, bring it back to score and your reasons and your love for Debo.
Man, I already tell you, we're probably going to lose. It's going to be an inch, but it's going to feel like a mile.
We actually all believe it, too. I mean, All right, fam. Have a great night. See you Friday.
You have a good night.
You too.
See you Friday.
All right. Yeah, Michael Vincent. Bo Nix is right. Is he at the right tackle? Michael, I think it was the right side still. Hey, Smooth.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Smooth, man. We're sitting back here chilling, man, because, the fact is because I'd be nervous as hell if we were still in the mix. It's a very funny feeling, If we was going ready to go win that Super Bowl, can't make no mistakes, y'all, man. Come on, man. We got to get down. Man, we will do it, Debo. Even when we were winning, we was worried about Debo. At least some of us were.
Man, Debo. First of all, could you believe that they signed Ronnie Bill?
What? They brought him back?
They signed Ronnie. They brought him back.
Damn.
They brought Ronnie Bill back. The last caller, he was mentioning it, but he didn't get all the way into it. But man, they brought Ronnie Bill back. I thought I saw it on Facebook, right? I thought somebody was doing a prank and faking, all that shit they be doing on Facebook. And I had to pull that up, bro. I said, oh no. Then I heard Purdy talking about it. I said, you got to be kidding me.
I didn't read.
They brought him back because he know the system.
I know.
You can't even catch the damn ball. No matter if you know the system, you don't have no hands, man.
You know the system.
He's been working on a juggling machine.
Oh, man.
Huh? Man, he's still been working on a juggling machine, bro. All the time he was out. In case somebody do call him up. They put him on waivers. Nobody claimed him.
I knew. I told y'all. I said, man, he'll be around. Anybody gonna claim Ronnie Bill?
Man, nobody claiming him, man. He's a bust, bro. It's a
couple of seventh-round picks, so
but Shanahan keep running with the same. Oh my God, I don't know. They got my boy Israel from the Jets. I didn't know he was with the Jets.
Hey,
running back they got from Pitt.
Yeah, tell me about.
Because I watch a lot of college football, right?
Yeah.
The Niners wanted him 2 years ago. I didn't even know until Shanahan said something. I've been watching this kid, man. He's everything we need.
He's big.
He's everything McCaffrey is, except for the only thing he got that McCaffrey. What he don't have is, I think his what did he say? The jerk move and all like that.
Oh, quickness.
But he remind me of Isaac Grendo.
Him and Grendo. Now you got two guys.
Little lighter. He's fast, but Isaac Grendo, he's a 4.3. Israel, he ran a 4. He ran a 4.4, but he looks faster than that. Yeah, but once he's in the open field, anybody catching him behind?
Oh, he's too big. See, because it's size times speed multiplied by size. That's the impact you're going to feel upon catching him at whatever speed he's going. It's like getting hit by a car.
His shuttle's 4.3. Yeah, shuttle's 4.3. I think 4.3 or 4.2.
Yeah.
The first step, he gone. Once you see a hole, he got good vision, great balance. You don't trip over trash. You know how to get through trash and all that. From Pitt, I say, we ain't going to get him. I forgot who we got 2 years ago, but I was like, we ain't going to get him because I watched a lot of college football. And when they said, I didn't know it was him, I didn't even know he was with the Jets. He was on the Jets practice squad. They didn't pull them up because they had Hall and some other back behind him. Right. So they brought him in. And he's going to be wearing I watched him in practice today. Looking good. He's number 47. He's running number 47 for now. But
it's because this game could be fun to watch.
He's 22 years old. And he's he's on his rookie contract still.
Yeah.
So so if he do good and pan out, the Niners can sign him for little or nothing. Because he have a chance to start.
Contract. Yeah.
Yeah, he have a chance. He probably have a chance to start because next season, I don't know how it's going to be. Ayuk, like I told you, 2025, he'll be back in the middle of I guess what September, October. I think probably October somewhere.
He won't be there for training camp. Yeah, he's got to.
But he's not going to be there. Then I don't know what the other damage is he have in his knee.
I know. I hate when they say that too. So he sustained extensive damage. What do you mean extensive damage? ACL, PCL, what? They just extensive damage.
ACL, that's enough right there.
What does that mean?
Right. And I don't even know if it was ACL, MCL, if it was a clean break or what. So other damage.
See, there's structural damage in that area. That means you can't just fix those tendons. You got to go through and do some whole reconstructive surgery. Is that going to work? I hope so.
I don't know. It's just wait and see. Keep our fingers crossed and just pray for the best. But Debo gonna be gone. I can see him gone. And Pearsall, he's a rookie, so I give him. Let's see how he do. I'm gonna give him a pass this season because rookies always give him a pass the first year.
Especially
second year,
offense.
okay, yeah. See how you do, but yeah, I think we need. Oh man, we got to stop that run, bro. We can't be doing this.
See, defense. That's where I'm at now.
We ain't never had a problem stopping the run.
I mean, we used to brag about no 100-yard rushers. Man, come on. 100 yards on the 49ers now ain't no problem.
I'm glad we ain't playing the Eagles.
Or worse.
Barkley, boy, that boy is going off.
Or Baltimore.
I give credit where credit is due.
Or Philly. Don't want to play either one, thank you. And oh, God. Mark Henry.
Right.
And then Saquon.
Damn. And Henry was. Oh, you heard about Henry for the Baltimore Ravens, huh? He had some words, man.
Yeah, because they don't want to give him the ball.
There you go. And then mom cussed him out. Jackson. Lamar Jackson mom cussed him out. Why you run the damn ball? You had open lanes.
I gotta go check.
And he just said my mom was right.
Oh, I did hear something about that. His mom thought he should be running the ball more.
Yeah. Well,
see, they lost their identity. Smooth. The Ravens used to play hardcore defense, and the offense took care of itself. It wasn't a big deal. But now the defense is giving it up.
I love Fred Warner mindset, man.
Oh, man, he's special.
Warner, we need more Fred Warners, dude. Oh, Greenlaw, Shanahan said he's looking for week 15.
Yeah.
For Dre Greenlaw. And a lot of people saying, sit him, why play him, But he's on the last year's contract, so they want to see what they have.
Yep.
So if he's the same Greenlaw, they can go and extend to him instead of waiting like they did with Brandon Ayuk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's what they're doing. That's what they want to. That's what they want to do.
Well, Smooth,
because they ain't go give him a big contract, and he
don't know nothing about
damage the goods.
Yeah. Smooth. Let me see Friday, fam. Because
let me just say it. Left tackle, center, nose tackle, pass rusher, outside linebacker, and another tight end for help George Kittle. And that's
I tell you, I love that.
That's what we need, bro, in the draft.
It's good to hear you in good spirits tonight. All right, look at it. See you Friday.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about it hit me right in, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right, fam.
Y'all be good, man. Talk to you Friday.
Looking forward to it. Smooth. All right, fam. Night.
Okay. Bang bang on the game. I'm out.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Peace. Yo, Nigel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Nigel, as I say, man, it's a feel good, like, don't worry about a thing. Nigel, to be a 49er fan, you need to be able to fix your mind, control it. Don't give yourself unnecessary anxieties. It's over. There's no playoff chance this year. And we can look forward to the draft and some other things that are fun. And next season. Hey, why, Nigel, let me add one thing, though. I will say, if we beat the Rams in the state we are now, remember, we beat the Rams when we can't beat anybody else. Remember that 2-14 year with Kaepernick? We didn't beat nobody but the damned Rams.
I'll
never forget that.
Great. That was amazing. Yeah.
I love it. Nigel, go ahead, fam.
Man, I'm with you. I talked to you a couple weeks ago, and I was already kind of feeling that way, just by the way they were playing, and this kind of solidified it for us. But I mean, if you were to somehow stumble into the playoffs and have to play in Green Bay when it's freaking that type of weather, it would be such an embarrassment. I mean, I think we have the worst division in football right now.
I know, right?
And we're dead last.
Remember we used to make jokes about the NFL East, NFC East. We're the least. NFC. No, we can't be. We got. Hey, think about it for best. NFL East reminds with least. NFC West. What kind of bad word rhymes with West? NFC West test.
I mean, we're always used to being the best. What I'm saying? Right? That's what we rhyme with is the best.
I know.
Not this year, obviously.
No.
So, it's a letdown, but man, all the talks are going to be coming up, man. People are going to be questioning everything on this team.
They've already started. Nigel, it's already underway.
They've already started. Yeah, you're right.
It's going to get worse, though.
Specifically, what I'm waiting to see is what Brock does the rest of the season, because that's going to determine a lot of what people say about him.
Especially the 49ers trying to give him too much money.
Stinks it up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's going to be the talking point this off season, and he's not. The crazy part is he's like in a weird predicament too, because it seems like we've got, I don't want to say they're giving up, but I mean, we've all heard how Kyle Shanahan is speaking.
Yeah.
And that does not sound like somebody that's confident in their team. Right. So Brock's out here like, man, I need to play for my record, yet this team that I'm on is like mailing it in some aspects for the rest of the season. But he has to kind of show why we should pay him that much money, I feel. And to me, as much of a competitor, and when you see videos or pictures of him and hear what he's like after games where he's hard on himself, that has to be going through his mind.
Oh, yeah.
So,
he's miserable.
I think that.
I bet he is.
Yeah, I mean, the team's not doing good, and as the quarterback of the team, you're going to get a bulk of the blame, and that's just the way it is.
And what you don't get,
whether
the
or
coach
not
gets.
that's right, that's just the way it is.
Yep. Or in this case, Debo's taking some of the heat too, though. Anyway, hey, shout out, it's Yoel Romero from Cuba. What's up, fam?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So I don't know, Ronbo. I'm just kind of I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the coming weeks, to see whether or not we're going to Brock's going to kind of show out a little bit, or if he's going to stumble. And we'll see. But I think everything for me, I start to get a little bit crass in the off season with everything and everybody, and I'm like, I don't think that anything should be off the table, whether it be coaches, players, specifically even the quarterbacks. Although I do like Brock, and I'm not saying we should, but
you say nothing's off the table. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you have the chance to get a better quarterback, if you think you can, you should. Whether that means somebody you draft and that has potential that maybe can sit behind Brock or something like that, you have to do that type of thing. Because if we get a first-round pick, Ronbo,
actually, we're going to get a first-round pick.
Yeah,
I just wonder how high in the first round we're going to be. Some people think could be in the top 10 at the rate we're going now.
Well, the thing that I always look at is, I'm like, and let me ask you a question, Ronbo, and let's see what you have to say. Because for me personally, I don't know. I can't answer this just yet because I have to see a little bit more. But up to this point, Ronbo, do you think that Brock Purdy is the type of quarterback that can actually carry a team on his back, or has the potential to be able to do that in the future? Do you, in your heart of hearts, believe that about him? Because I personally, I'm still on the fence, but I'm curious if other people actually have that type of faith in him currently.
See, how many years has Brock been with us now? Is this his third year?
Just about two and a half,
yeah,
3.
Yeah, Brock Purdy has shown me enough to know you get rid of him, it'd be a mistake. I look at his whole mental makeup and everything else. Brock Purdy is not really a loser. What he is, though, is a victim of circumstances. So the best quarterbacks in the game right now have great offensive lines. Those same quarterbacks didn't do jack crap when they didn't. Now, this is what I'm saying. Right. And Brock had a so-so offensive line ever since he's been here. And this year, he was running out of that pocket more than ever. I like the way he thinks. I make those decisions. Brock Purdy's got my vote. I'll be keeping him.
Good. I love Brock Purdy, man. And I really hope that he elevates his game back to what we saw last season, because there's highlights out there, Ronbo, that when you look at him play, I'm like, that's elite right there, dude. I forgot what game it was, but he's about to get sacked and literally tosses the ball over his head backward to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey, I don't remember if he makes a touchdown, but certainly makes a big play at that time. And I'm just saying, like, I've seen flashes at least
That's what you need to see.
The whole season. Last season,
2 or 3
he
seasons.
was great.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
that kid's no.
I have to give him another year, man. And
No.
I just know that people are gonna want to dominate the talk this off season about that if he doesn't really like show out 100% and show like I'm a $60 million quarterback. You know, if he leaves questions open, we're gonna hear a lot about that. But
no, they got to judge him beyond this season.
How he comes out.
They really do.
Yeah.
Nigel, we're going to have to go. And let me see you Friday, all right? It's that time.
Cool. Yeah.
It loses all meaning now, but we know we're going to. Are we going to win? We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Thanks for taking my call, man.
I appreciate you calling.
Y'all, so have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. We'll talk to you all Friday.
Looking forward to it. Night, Nigel.
Yeah, good night.
Anthony.
Ronbo.
Anthony.
What it do, Ronbo?
And we're just, looking at things as they are, and they're not looking good. And remember this time last year was, man, we could get that number 1 seed. We could get 2 games. We ain't got to worry about that. This year we're talking about, oh, man, this is over now, man. We need to look toward the draft and see what we're going to do. We're going to sign Brock Purdy this contract and what? We went from sugar to you know what in 1 year. God. And I didn't know how good a season we was going to have, but I was worried about the guys going too long at all these seasons, beating everybody's butt, and now all of a sudden ran out of gas. And I'm not surprised that happened. I just was thinking, oh, please, no, yes. Just like after 2020, or after 2019 Super Bowl, 2020 pandemic, and the 49ers nosedive all the way below the surface of the earth. Oh my God. Anthony, what are you thinking, though, fam?
Ronbo. It'll be a miracle if we make the playoff.
Oh, beyond that, Lord Jesus himself would have to be on the team.
Ronbo.
Yes.
Ronbo.
Yep, listen.
That kid we just picked up, that running back.
Hey, you're the second person to say something good about him.
Boy, look at him, Ronbo. They got one, Ronbo. That boy, Anaconda.
Yeah.
Man, look at him, Ronbo.
Yeah.
That boy 5'10", 216 pounds.
I didn't know he was that. That's a perfect size.
Hey, look, Ronbo.
For a running back.
Don't you know? In the combine, he slipped and still ran a 4.4. When they ran him again.
No, you stop lying. No, he didn't.
Second time. Yeah, he did, Rambo. They ran him a second time. Get what he clocked, Rambo, the second time.
What?
A 4.27, Rambo.
No. What? You can't be that big and run that fast?
When they clocked him the second time.
The Jets must have lost their mind.
Man. That boy Ronbo is something serious, Ronbo. And he can catch out the backfield, Ronbo.
Uh-oh.
And Kyle Neal had him. Kyle Neal actually brought that boy in, Ronbo. Kyle wanted him then.
They looked at him 2 years ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but the Jets got him. No, that was 2023 draft. The Jets got him in 2023.
I thought he's been around.
Vaughn
is the guy that's been around for a while.
He just turned 22.
And you know when Bobby Turner gets through working on him, how good he's going to be? Oh! I'm feeling good about that already. It was probably Bobby that said, go get that dude now.
In the locker room. They asked him, Ronbo, how long would it take you to get to where you'll be in? He said, well, I was still practicing with the Jets. He said, I'm in shape. He said, only thing I just got to learn the book and I'm good to go.
And you know what?
I'm good to go.
If I'm Kyle, well, you ain't gonna learn. Here's what we're gonna do. You know this, right? Because running backs they all have something they know how everybody does. It's kind of universal. I'd have them just run basic plays. And that offensive line, you got to work with them to know how they work. So that's the only thing we got to be concerned with. Can he work with that offensive line? He doesn't know them. Okay, we'll see.
That boy played for the Pits, man. That boy is some serious, Ronbo.
1,000 436 yards. When I seen he weighed 216 and they showed him running a 4.40.
Ronbo.
I said, what? 5'10"? That's a bowling ball.
He's 5'10". That boy, Ronbo, that boy, he's a boatload, Ronbo.
That means Jordan Mason might be, well, God, we'll see. Because I like Mace. I don't want to see him leave.
Me either, but when I seen they got
Canado. How do you pronounce his name?
Well, when I seen they got him, Ronbo, I said, "Oh, Kyle, we only got one boy." Kyle like that boy too, Ronbo.
Oh, Kyle. I'm in the Conda. Yeah, you're the second person to say something good about him tonight.
They brought him in, Ronbo, but the Jets picked him up. And he ain't really been playing because he's sitting behind Brees Hall and another back.
Yeah, Brees is not sitting down for anybody. So, I understand that.
He did, he never ran a couple touchdowns. Man, that man, I love that. Man, when I said, Ronbo, now, if this boy get in this game against the what's called, I hope he do. You see what I mean, Ronbo? He's a stud, Ronbo.
And what's so funny? The Rams are not good at stopping the run, right? He may be up to speed just in time. I've already given up on that game. I said, the Rams going to get us for the first time in, 2 decades? And they're going to get a sweep on us. So, it's going to be interesting. If he can run.
Ronbo, and I'm listening to everybody talking about 5 cows.
Oh, you're going to get that.
Don't they realize you 5 cows, you got to 5 John, too.
And you got to get rid of the whole staff. Get rid of a number of players and start over from scratch. Get the flour out, get the milk, get the eggs. Yeah, no.
I'm not against them fine service.
If a coach has been winning, I don't need to see him say goodbye because he got to the Super Bowl, didn't win it. He got there 2 times in the last few years.
Ronbo, you got to understand.
If he keeps getting there, he's going to win it. I need to keep getting there.
I'm not, Ronbo, man. I'm not, that game, yeah. I'm not going this down top block because of that game, man.
No, I know. I mean,
it was terrible out there, Ronbo, man.
If it was like that all the time, okay, then you got a right to slam.
Ronbo, did you
but
see
it's not.
You see me, Evan Anderson, he couldn't even come out here handstand without sliding. He slipped and fell flat on his face.
I see. It's nobody plays in Buffalo like Buffalo does. It's
I mean, they got to understand. Josh Allen and them boys, they practice that stuff, man.
They love it. You know what I just found out? They're not putting a dome on the new stadium. Buffalo likes that cold weather. They know that works at their advantage. I don't know why they're building a new stadium then. And then we got to go though.
Ronbo, you see how them?
Go ahead, finish that.
They were running in that stuff versus how we was running in it.
No, God.
Man, I was playing with tiptoeing, Ronbo. Them boys were tiptoeing out there, Ronbo.
I saw it. All right, Anthony. Let me see Friday, fam, and bring that score, and we'll go over that. All right?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Now here comes the big 12. It's a big show. Oh. So get in here and tell me why we're going to do these things. Yeah.
Also known as Dr. Doom and Gloom, which you have so rightly given me that nickname because I have to slap you in the face sometimes and bring you back down to reality, fam. Because you kind of
some cold water on
get a little bit too high, and I'm the wet blanket on your.
I'm as relaxed as can be
on your dreams.
I've accepted that.
Anyways, a lot of people had called tonight and are skeptical of Brock Purdy, and rightfully so. They should be, because Ronbo, when we played the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football, we literally saw what a $60 million quarterback looks like. And we literally saw a little bit of glimpse into the future of what happens when you pay a quarterback $16 million with a depleted team, which is what's going to happen if we do end up giving Brock Purdy that $200 million contract. There's not going to be the Avengers around him. And that's exactly what he needs to look like he's an MVP, and exactly why he was passed around so many times, more than the drunk girl at a frat party during the draft when he was drafted. You know, like, we got to accept reality for what it is, man. Like, Brock Purdy, what he did last year was great. I'm not taking that away from him, but we're seeing who he really is this year.
Sure. Okay. I just want to push back on that point, though. Is that fair? You know, out of a bunch of good games, I mean, how many bad games has he had?
Joe, I got to disagree with you. I got to call back to disagree with you. I'm sorry. Brock has got talent, bro.
I'm not denying he has talent, but he doesn't have enough talent to carry the team like many people are skeptical of. And why you shouldn't, like, just go right from...
So my question is, why does he have to carry the team?
Oh, like, that's insane.
It's the Brady effect. That's why. He can't throw to people who can't catch. Look at Ronnie Bell. Look at Debo. Look at you. These guys can't catch. He's only got Jennings. That's it.
Jennings makes every catch. So Shanahan's offense is designed for more than one guy to carry. That's why Kyle designed it that way. So no one guy has to carry it.
Yeah. Anyways, we're in the midst of a rebuild right before our very eyes. Whether some people want to, like, you're including yourself, want to accept the reality or not.
Okay.
And Kyle Shanahan is entering his lame duck term as the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. He's going into the final 2 years of his contract.
Yeah.
And a rebuild takes usually 2 to 4 years. Yeah. Why would Kyle want to be here again for another rebuild? He looks exhausted. If you haven't looked at him lately.
Well, I do. He's frustrated from this year. I don't blame him.
But yeah, like, we just have to accept reality for what it is, and we're just in the midst of a rebuild. We have a lot of aging players that are declining, that they're not ascending, you know, like, and a lot of those stars are going to be gone next year, you know, and this is why people are questioning whether, you know.
Well, I'm not. So, okay, that means get rid of Kyle as you're hoping for, and you bring in a new administration. So, a 2-year, maybe or maybe not. You're running an unnecessary risk. Let Shanahan and Lynch redeem themselves, and I know they will, because they showed the capability of being able to put together a team enough. I don't need them to put 10 years or 20 years together before I can believe in them. And you do. So I'm just saying, good coaches are hard to find. Real hard to find. Did Joe leave? Show, get back here. Don't be... Okay. Show. Well, that's just rude. This reminds me of me when my mom was in there yelling at me, and I'd walk out of the house and close the door quietly, and she'd be in there talking to herself. Show, that was incredibly impolite. Oh, no. Show, him and Tony must be on a separate line. Here comes Tony to continue where Show left off. Tony! you guys can't tag team me. Steven, help me out here. No. Actually, Tony's not. You're not a block hater. You're not happy about Kyle. But go ahead, Tony.
No, I'm not necessarily a Brock hater, Ronbo. I've been screaming for that poor kid to have an offensive line for the whole goddamn season. You know what I mean? People just seem to discount the parts of football that are the most important.
You know, I mean, people are blaming him for a small sample size of a few bad games versus a whole season of really good games. I don't understand the rationale or lack thereof.
You know, I mean, I think we have to go back to the fundamentals of football, Ronbo. You can't do 13, 14, 15 missed tackles in one game, expect to make it to the Super Bowl and win the NFC championship, you know, blah, 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 and all that horse shit. Yeah. You're not going anywhere. You're delusional, you know? You're just kidding yourself. I mean, get rid of these people that can't tackle. It's the number one form of of defense. If you can't tackle, the dude goes past you. The guy behind you doesn't tackle him. Yeah. Touchdown. They get past the linebackers. What's left?
And Tony, at this level, there's really, I'd like to talk to one of those guys. Dude, did you play Pop Warner? Why are you asking me that? Oh, because I'm looking at your tackling, and it looks like nobody ever taught you how to tackle. I'm just saying. God.
I don't know. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean? But just the simple fundamentals and the simplicity, the KISS method, Ronbo, keep it simple, stupid. Protect the quarterback so he can get the ball out to his boys. It's not a hard game to break down. It can get technical because Kyle Shanahan makes it that way. Yeah. For unknown reasons. But to piggyback off what Big Show said, if you have a look at the history of the 49ers, he's coming up to 10 years, and usually after 10 years, they get rid of him.
Well,
Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
I mean...
Especially if you evaluate I'll let them know as I'm letting them go what happened, why, and what you need to do if you want to continue to stay in the NFL, but you're not staying here, but just so you know. I mean, show him. God.
There's no one getting mad in ownership or coaching. I mean, I remember, I don't know if you know the story where Eddie DeBartolo came down one day into the locker room and ripped the phone off the wall and just threw it.
They were having a problem. I think that was Walsh. Was it Seifert or Walsh? Yet Eddie D lost it. I thought one of the, I forget which coach. I remember that story.
Well, look at George Seifert, Ronbo. He won 2 Super Bowls and they got rid of him. And like somebody said the other day, it was the year they got rid of him was just like 12-4, 12-3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's sort of like, I think the worst thing Kyle Shanahan ever done was the Carbo click.
Yeah, stop making friends with the guys. That's something probably is a no. Yeah.
I know they do them here in Australia with the NRL, but they call them team bonding sessions, and it's not you and the selected few dudes out there racking up lines and smoking joints and shit.
The entire team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the entire team.
Yeah.
It's called a team bonding thing for a reason.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that.
That way nobody gets alienated. No one's going, to pull his pants down, in the locker.
Well, yeah. and also, nobody feels special. This is what worries me the most sometimes about that click. Because if that could start locker room issues, because I look around and Debo's sucking, and I make one mistake and they're all over my ass. And I say, you know what? If I had a Cabo reservation, it'd been all right. You wouldn't have said a word to me. So...
Yeah, but to add to your point, Ronbo, a superstar player can turn into an ordinary player because he knows he's part of the Carbo clique. Get rid of me next season. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Absolutely. You can't have that.
Well, as long as they're getting paid. I mean, everybody says on that final year of their contract, they play out of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean... You don't have a second grade. It's just college, right?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing about NFL. If you had a second grade, a grade below the NFL, you could do what the NRL does here in Australia. You want to be dick around and pretend you're Mr. Carbo Click, man?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're playing for the second grade. Coach comes, you're going down there and playing with the kids.
Tony, you got a farm club? We call it a farm club. You come out of school, go to the farm team. Major League Baseball does that. The NBA does something like that. Yeah, NFL doesn't.
Yeah, we got clubs from
minor leagues,
little kids.
Oh yeah,
all the way up to
all
the way up to the professional league that they feed the kids through that particular team.
Okay. Whoa.
apart from, when you're free to scout players and blah, blah, blah. Plus, you know what I think, Ronbo? I think to myself, I hear people whinging, it's a long season. But we played 27 weeks.
Whoa. Ooh.
27 weeks. What are you whinging about?
No, that's a lot of weeks. Tony, Tony, we got to get into this one. Production's pushing me. We got to go. But don't forget to bring that up. I want to hear more about how guys survive 27 weeks of ball, especially contact sport like football and rugby is.
Fitness regime.
Tony?
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, Frank, and the lovely resident bastard 49er Brian.
I haven't seen him yet either. All right. All right, Tony. See you Friday. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers, my man.
There's Tony. Big Show's phone died. Okay. Big Show, I thought you were just being rude. Good. Okay, thanks for clearing that up. But you are rude. Steven, come on in, Steven. Steven.
Ronbo, wait on you for so long. Too many days till January. I'm still sitting here alone.
He's always got a track. He's always ready. I'm gonna call you Steven Spotify. Steven, we're just going through the motions now for the rest of the season because it's such a transition from last year. So fat, I ain't even mad at it though, because if all the guys were on the field and not injured and they were sucking like this, I'd be mad as hell. But the 49ers went down in a heap, and at least we know why. It has nothing to do with their skill, talent, or how good or bad a team they are. And they're not there. So, that's funny. I've never felt this way. Usually I'm mad as hell. Remember when we were sucking with Tom Sula? How old are you, Steven? Were you around for Tom Sula and Kelly?
I think I was 14.
Okay, so you were old enough to comprehend how bad we were. Yeah. I was mad all the time because I felt like there was never going to get any better. And that's why when people say, get rid of Shanahan, look, man, when we were having Kelly and Tom Sula, I figured as a 49er fan, we could get ready to learn how it feels to be a Detroit Lion fan. I thought it was done for God knows forever. Then Kyle Shanahan rolls up in here, and all of a sudden, things change in Santa Clara. And so now we'll be, get rid of Shanahan! No, I'm not going to vote for that. No. So, But, Steven, you 14, I don't know, what is your mindset gone to now? I mean, you look at this team for what it is right now. We got a lot of problems. We're not winning anything. We're not going to the playoffs suddenly after dominating the NFC. Always in the conversation since 2018. Or should I say 2019. Always in the Super Bowl conversation. Now, Big Show has us rebuilding. Steven, what are you thinking?
Well, thank you for passing me the mic again. It's good to be back. I'm kind of like stuffed right now because I just ate a Popeye sandwich.
I know, right? 20,000 calories per bite, but it's delicious.
Yeah, with the fries, huh?
Oh, I know. That's the best part. I mean, you could only do that once a week or so. Maybe once every 2 weeks. Well, them calories, they hang out. Whoo. But go ahead.
But anyways, well, here we are, Rumble. Week 14. 5 more games to go.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of football to be getting your butt beat. But you know what? We might not lose all of them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Steven, you're laughing.
I was gonna say that, like Ronbo, look at the players that we signed this offseason. We signed Campbell, Ford, Collins. What have they done to this defense, Ronbo?
I know.
Let's be honest.
I was so excited when we signed them. But I mean, so they look good for the first couple of weeks. We were stopping the run a little bit too.
We were.
Well, yeah, a little bit. First couple of weeks, yeah, we weren't bad as usual against the run. I mean, Brees Hall must have wondered, who the hell are these guys? This ain't the 49ers I saw on film. They stopped Brees dead in his tracks. Who did we play the second week?
Oh, second game? The Vikings? Wait, was it the Vikings?
Oh, yeah, we got beat. But it wasn't because of the running game. It was because we couldn't do anything with Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah. But, like, Ronbo, like, you remember Jim Harbaugh when he was here, right?
Sure.
Did you know how that turned out after what happened after the Super Bowl?
I know. Went right down the tubes. That's what we do. We go to the Super Bowl and we immediately turn to poop.
Yeah. Ronbo, don't you think that's going on right now or not really?
It is. No, it is. I talked about it earlier. I said, last time we went to Super Bowl, we looked a lot like this. I don't know if we looked this kind of bad, but we looked bad. And the schedule was just killing us. It was already, everybody you played was just a badass playoff team, right? Because that's what happens to you when you win the Super Bowl. They give you a tough schedule the following year. We'll have a light schedule next year. Oh, this team does not warrant anything better than a bad team to play. So.
Yeah, I mean, after we lost that Super Bowl to the Ravens, everything just fell apart. Kaepernick changed, hardball didn't look the same after. I mean, everything was just, and people are sensing that can happen. What's going on right now? But who knows? Maybe Kyle's having a difficult season right now.
Oh, Kyle, it's working him too. But nobody's feeling sorry for Kyle. I look at him and I do, because I say, man, Kyle, hang in there, dude. We've been here before. This is come back with a vengeance next year like you did last time. So,
I mean, if you still have hope for him, Ronbo, then I believe you, because
guys like Shanahan and Lynch in combination. If anybody thinks they're satisfied or just giving up on this, I bet they're glad they got 2 more years left on their. Look for the 49ers to do they're going to be busy in the offseason, number one. Number two, look for a whole new plan of attack next year. The 49ers got caught flat-footed, thinking they could get away with the same guys with no rest. Now they're going to get plenty of rest. Oh, this has been needed for a long time. And now, watch what happens. I got full faith in a dynamic team coming back next year. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
I know, right? Nobody believes me. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, we lost Mason. Now we lost McCaffrey. That's not good.
Hey, but this guy we got, Abba Nakondo, everybody's saying good things about this dude. He's fast. He's big. He's like 5'10", 216 pounds. And this dude can move. 4'3". Somebody said Anthony's been 4. I didn't hear about no 4'2". I can't believe 4'3", 5" or something like that. So now you got Isaac. You got 2 guys can move like bullets in that backfield, which is good because that offensive line is the. Anyway, this could be special. The Condo could be the start of something big. I just hope CMC can come back next year, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we're still not out of it.
We'll get back into it, but we're gonna get productions moving things out. We got to go.
Oh.
Let me see. Let me see.
We're in the what?
Steven, let me see you. Let me see Friday.
Okay, Ron, I just want to say,
real quick.
Chicken Big Mac.
That's what I like.
I'll see you Friday.
Nice. And Eric Chickens and everybody else that doesn't understand, you don't make a judgment off of one sample size that's bad as opposed to about 20 that are good. It makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. I cannot join you in the hatred of Brock Purdy. The reason he's not on the wall is you almost did. Because I said if he wins the Super Bowl, which he was in position to do so, he'd be back there. Does that figure for you, Harry? You continue to make your small sample judgments. I'm not going to. I'm sorry. God. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's that going, buddy?
Oh, Michael, it's relaxed, actually.
I know. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. But no, only why I'm saying that is that my godfather, who was from Chicago, is a diehard Bears fan for 70 years.
Okay, so you can.
So I would be thinking about him. I'm gonna be thinking about him Sunday. Yep. The Bears and the Niners. Yep. Because what? All my cousins, one liked the Bengals, one liked the Bears, one liked the Jets. Me and my father were 49er fans, and my sister was a 49er fan.
You know, you guys got a house. A lot of us have those kind of houses where you got people all over the house and all over the place.
Like the Giants,
rooting for somebody else.
And then my brother-in-law liked the Giants. And then my brother-in-law and his ex-wife or wife liked the Giants. Well, New York. He was from New York, so that's understandable.
And New Yorkers can go either way. I know, it's funny. They got a lot of choices. You can go to Philly. You can change shirts anytime.
I've been a 49er fan since I was born. I dated a girl who her uncle played for the Patriots. That's when I dated Jenny Bledsoe. Her uncle was Drew Bledsoe before when he got knocked out and Tom Brady took over. So I dated her. Her and I used to fight over, Patriots better. No, Niners better. But then, when Tom Brady came in, it switched. Tom Brady took over,
Nobody's seen that coming.
Nope. You're never going to find a quarterback. Well, maybe Mahomes might be next. But anybody else, I don't think you're going to see one like Brady winning all those Super Bowls.
Yeah, they got to get Patrick. You notice, Patrick fell down this year as far as a quarterback. His defense is carrying him. They're not scoring a lot of points this year.
And the guy down the bar, he's a Buffalo Bills fan. He says, Ram fans, you better get ready. Yeah, they whip my butt, but they're going to be whipping your butt a lot harder, Buffalo, at your own home. They're going to make lamb chops out of you guys.
I know, right?
Trust me. He says, hey, the injuries killed us. The two running backs went down. He said that was it.
Oh, no doubt.
1, 2.
And not only that, you can't
and that
lose.
Yeah. He's excellent. My friend who's a Jets fan said this guy is a beast. The running back.
I can't wait to see him.
I think he's going to. I mean, I like to keep Mason, but if we can keep this guy, you could probably get. Well, Mason's a free agent, so you're kind of like.
Well, you guys see how good this guy is.
Mason.
Yeah, because Mason's.
Yeah.
He's a restricted free agent. The 49ers can match salary if they want to.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Or if you just, I like to keep both, but if you know what I mean, if this guy does good, I don't want to lose Mason. But if this guy stinks, put him back in the practice squad. Keep him as backup insurance. Running backs come down. Running backs get injured all the time.
And that's the thing. 2 at one time in the same game. God.
When's the last time we lost 2 running backs in one shot? That's what I'd like to know.
I don't remember that.
You know what I mean?
I just don't ever remember that happening.
Did we lose any running backs? Did we lose any running backs when we put the Jets at their stadium a couple years ago? Remember? Remember a couple of guys got injured in the stadium to the turf?
Yeah, that was Nick and Solomon Thomas, though.
Oh, that was it. Okay. Yeah, that's a miracle. That's weird how you get 2 running backs out.
No, Jimmy got hurt. Jimmy got hurt in that game.
Oh, Jimmy?
Yeah, that turf was just
questionable.
Yeah, that turf was tearing the 49ers up.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford, he's questionable for Sunday, so we don't know.
Wait, whoa. What happened to Stafford?
He was stumbling in the last game. It says something that he got injured or something. I read it on the fantasy league. He's questionable, so he doesn't know if he's going to play or not.
He'll play. He's questionable. He'll play. You know what? Otherwise, it's going to be Jimmy. That's going to be pretty funny. Well, I don't know. Yeah, because it ain't going to be. What's his name? Can't play.
Stetson. Let Jimmy play against the backups. Let Jimmy come in and play our backups.
Well, he's not. We're not playing him this week. And Stafford will be back probably for us if it's only mild the injury.
8 days you're playing him. We're playing him in 8 days.
I don't want to play Jimmy because Jimmy, you know how hard he'll be playing to beat us? I want somebody in there that just has mild emotions going on.
How about the product that Rudy was talking about? The next,
Stetson Bennett Jr.? Yeah. Rudy loves him. Rudy's talking about Stetson Bennett Jr. may be, Stetson Bennett III may be the steal of the draft. What?
Rudy, if you love this guy, marry him if you love him so much. Leave your wife go for him if you love him too much. Shoot.
Man. So,
Purdy's better than him. Purdy's better than him.
Yeah.
And I think Purdy. Main thing for Purdy, you get a good offensive line, get a center in the draft, Purdy will be just fine.
Michael, it doesn't have to be a great
fine.
offensive line, just decent. We seen what he did when he had a decent one. They were okay, but they weren't great. And Purdy was doing a great job. Now, he's not worth it. And by the way, Harry Chickens, Jimmy G was up there immediately because he got here.
He's worth it. And I don't care what the Rams fans said about his noodle arm and all that. This guy's got heart for the 49ers.
And they said the same thing about Joe Montana's arm. Quarterbacks don't have to have rifles for arms to be effective. They just need to put that ball in the right place.
He's going to win us a Super Bowl. I can believe this kid's going to win one. He's hungry for one.
He's really competitive. I like him.
Yeah. And the Eagles. And the only thing I'm worried about, Tony, good luck with the Vikings, man. You're playing them in Minnesota Sunday. Good luck. Because don't throw them more.
Hey, Michael, there's a good example of an offensive line making a difference. Sam's having a year of his life. You know?
Yeah,
he's got some great receivers, too.
Maybe I wonder how Purdy would have done in that offense. No, you look at it.
Probably something similar.
No, I'm just thinking. If you took Purdy and you put him in Darnold's shoes, yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, Minnesota's got a great offensive line. It's good. I tell you this, Detroit, you better watch out, man.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Vikings knocked off the Lions?
Oh, then I could tell Don Byrne, time to go home.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Detroit gets knocked out. I'll let you see the Eagles. I'm supporting my daughter, man, for the Eagles, man. I will support her team.
I think they're going to win it. If they get there, they're going to win it. Anyway, hey, Michael.
All right, buddy. I'll see you Friday with the scores.
I can't wait. All right. Give my best to Nikita. Hi, Nikita. I see you earlier. All right. All right, fam.
Yeah, you're welcome. Not in bed. Have a good night, buddy.
Night, Michael. And there he is, the Dragon Clan master himself. He is Papa Dragon.
Good evening, Ronbo and production. How are you guys?
We're good. You know, as long as you come relaxed with reality, it just tends to ease your mind. I'm not all tense and worried about the game coming up this week because it doesn't really matter. It's a weird feeling just for entertainment's sake, and the rest of the NFL is entertaining. I'm fine with that this year.
It may not matter to you, but it matters to a lot of people on that sideline. There could be a lot of people for new houses come in the season.
Well, if you got a good house, you can get some, depends on how much you put into it. You can get good money back on that.
Hey, I don't care how much money you got. Most people don't like moving.
No, that is a pain in the ass. I hate that. I'd rather just throw everything away and buy everything new. Oh, there's nothing worse than that. And I've lost friends behind that. Hey, I said, Pop, I'm going to move this weekend. Can you help me out?
Hell no.
That's what happens.
I'm having gender reassignment surgery this weekend.
I come up with an excuse too. I'm
gonna make up anything.
Yeah.
Hey,
my elbow and my back.
Yeah. Obviously there's a lot of talk about this, a lot of talk about that. But the fact of the matter is that 49ers haven't been eliminated yet.
Oh please!
Their division sucks. Their division sucks.
That's the most embarrassing part.
If everybody sit here is telling me that Brock Purdy is the best quarterback in this division, and they're telling me he's elite,
who said
then they should get in the playoffs.
Last year he might have competed, not this year.
Or you could look at reality and why was he so competitive last year? Is he any different than he was last year than this year?
Well, he had the Avengers. I'm never going to get off the fact that without your players, a quarterback can't play. Because I looked at Mahomes last year. He didn't have any players, and he looked like he skated, but that defense was hell. He skated into the playoffs and skated all the way to the championship, too.
What did you just say? His defense was hell.
Yeah.
And so was Brock.
Not this
Brock
year.
Purdy had a defense. The 49ers are supposed to play complementary football.
Right.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Actually,
they're supposed to draft defensive linemen in the first round. That's what they do.
Guarantee you they do.
Right? And what they've done is they have basically mangled 8 out of 10 first-round draft picks. And now it is time to pay the piper. That's all there is to it. There is a lack of talent in the trenches, and that's where games are won in the NFL.
Bob, you said 8 out of 10. I'm sorry. Run that by me again.
They have mangled 8 out of 10 first-round draft picks. They have busted on. Okay, the league percentage is 50%.
Really?
Okay, the 49ers are 20%. Yeah, 50%. It is. It's very high in the first round, but daggone it.
There's so many bad picks in the first round. I was looking at James Winston today, first round, number 1 in the draft. Baker Mayfield, number 1 in the draft. Right. There's a lot of bad picks in the first round. I'm almost like Trent Baalke, scared of the first round.
Bad picks are their picks going to bad organizations.
Yeah.
Okay, because you think about it right now, there's one of the worst organizations in the league is not San Francisco, it's the Browns.
Oh,
okay,
and it's hands down winner. They got nothing but first round picks out there too.
I'm just saying, just in general. I mean, their one bad decision with their quarterback, Deshaun Watson, was a horrible decision. And it's important that the 49ers don't make the same bad decision. You see, if you sign someone to a huge contract, they're there to win championships. They're not there to get to the playoffs. And unfortunately, in most situations, when people have that big contract, don't sit there and tell me that Dak Prescott is better than Patrick Mahomes or better than Josh Allen. He makes a lot more money than those guys do.
I know.
You understand?
But I know where you're going with that because we're going to run out of time. But what I want to know is, what would you do this season with Brock Purdy? As far as his contract
it's going to be ugly because it's always historically ugly. What I would do is very simple. I would not pay him the market value. I definitely would try to get him cheaper if possible.
Mm-hmm.
If I cannot get him cheaper, then I'm going to sit there and say you got to play out the last year of your deal. Brock Purdy is going to hold out, and it'll get ugly. So it's going to be very important that this offseason that the 49ers bring in starting caliber quarterbacks, and they're out there. They just got to go get some and bring them in. So whoever doesn't have a contract, they need to get them in on 1 or 2 year deals just in case things go bad with Purdy.
Daniel Jones.
Because right now, he's playing his way out of a starting job. No one wants to admit it, but he is playing his way out of a starting job. If you watch the film, he is regressing very badly.
What are you talking about?
Something's wrong with him.
What are you talking about now?
I'm talking about Brock Purdy.
Oh, he's okay.
Brock Purdy's regressing.
Okay.
And it's not the team. It's not the team. Brock Purdy to get rid of the ball. He doesn't do that anymore.
Well,
he runs around the most. In fact, he is number 1 in the league for sacks caused by the quarterback. Number 2 is Caleb Williams. Number 1 is Brock.
I thought Caleb was number 1 last time I saw that.
Oh, no. Brock is number 1. At 14, Caleb has got 12. And get this, Caleb has thrown the ball 87 more times than Brock. So that looks really bad.
But I wonder, though, if Brock had Caleb Williams actually got a pretty decent offensive line, and he's got some good receivers.
He runs around a lot.
Well, because there's not openings.
He's thrown the ball 87 more times.
Yeah.
And Brock is still beating him in that statistic. That is a damning statistic. And trust me, Kyle Shanahan knows this. He knows that where Brock is struggling at and how the offense is designed to work.
Yeah.
And I believe what's happening right now is I believe that Shanahan is not maximizing Purdy's full capabilities, okay? And he's trying to force him to basically play a system. And I believe that Purdy is more of a Manning type of quarterback that should be able to call and change his own plays at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
He's smart enough.
And I've known that since this season started. He's thinking. And look, you can see his head. He's trying to figure out what Kyle Shanahan's saying, and he's got to try to execute in that fashion. It's the same thing that happened to Jimmy.
He's throwing Kyle under the bus. He's throwing Kyle under the bus. He said several times, the play wasn't designed to go there. That's a dig at Kyle. Like, he should just throw the ball to the open guy no matter if it's the right part of the progression or not. He just needs to get rid of it.
And, Pop, we got to go. Remember, he used to and Kyle would throw him under the bus in the press conference, even when we won the game.
Yeah.
Kyle, that he's got to stop. I've been mad about that for a while. Pop, let us continue.
It is what it is.
I know. I'll look for you Friday, Pop.
Well, look, man, I want to give you a big shout out, Ronbo, and a production big shout out. Big shout out to the Big Show and Jalen, Tony down there, Trey Smooth.
I like the way he does it like that.
Evan Allen, Jack, Maddie, the Dark One, the Sandwich, Frank, Emilio, and that beautiful bastard.
Yes, indeed.
Niner Brian. All right.
Give my best to the family. Bam, boom, Mama Dragon. All right. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, man.
Night, Pop. So, the conversation is going to really gravitate toward Brock Purdy's worth. And what I want to know is, who would you have be quarterback next year? See, let's think about just get rid of this guy. Okay. Then with who do we go? So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be interesting to see if the 49ers are on the same page as a lot of fans. Because most fans are not patient about anything. Get rid of Kyle. Get rid of Brock. Get rid of Jimmy. Get rid of everybody. Finally, Trey Lance, get rid of him too. No matter who comes in here is going to get rid of him. So I'm trying to wonder, is there anybody out there that actually runs this team that's going to satisfy us? Kind of doubt it, actually. But, you know, they got to do what they got to do. Hey, yo, Night Hawk. God, what?
Hey, what's up, Rambo? What's going on?
Night Hawk, man. We're sitting there being a team like everybody else, getting a butt whooping and ain't doing nothing special. And everybody's hurt.
It's over now. It's over now. So we got it to next year.
It's over.
But I feel bad for Trent Williams. He lost his son.
Yeah. You know, there's this year, Hawk. Everything could go wrong is going wrong. This is the most jinxed season I've ever seen.
I don't know.
It's just, you keep wondering what's going to happen next. Oh, no, I don't want to know what's going to happen next. These tragedies keep stacking up. I mean, when's the last time we've seen two players lose their babies? That's just crazy.
I don't know.
And then a team.
I don't know.
Everybody on the team goes down to injury, except for two or three guys, and everybody else is a backup. Oh.
But I think that Detroit might win the whole thing.
Yeah, you know, but if they have to play the Steelers, they can't beat the Chiefs. They get away because their offense carries them. If you play in the playoffs, if you play against a good team, especially if they got a good defense, they're going to shut that offense down.
Yeah, but I'm hoping Detroit beat the crap out of KC. If they do make it.
Yeah. The Eagles might have a shot.
I'm hoping because I hate KC.
And we all do, with good reason.
I can't stand them. I hope one of the NFC teams beat the shit out of their ass.
AFC's going to win this year, though. Hawk, you know what? The thing is, the Eagles are probably going to win the NFC. Saquon has lost his mind.
What? The only team I can think who can beat them, Buffalo can beat their asses.
They already did. Beat them up good, too. You know what?
Yeah, and
yes, go ahead.
And I hope they meet in the AFC Championship. I hope KC meet Buffalo.
Well, that would be real good. Because
I hope Buffalo beat them I hope Buffalo beat their asses in the AFC Championship.
Buffalo has beat them regular season all the time, Nighthawk. But when it comes to that game you're talking about, the Chiefs' mistake takes over.
Yeah,
I don't know how or why, but Buffalo ain't gonna beat the Chiefs if they get to the NFC or AFCCG. They're not gonna do it, and nobody would bet. Don't bet any money on that. The Chiefs, they get weird.
I'm just hoping to lose because I'm sick of KC.
Everybody is
lucky ass.
Just sliding by all season long.
Slide.
They've lost for one game, and that was to Buffalo. God. Last year they kind of did the same thing.
It's not going to last that long. Pretty soon they're going to break up. It's not going to last that long.
It's the mark of a champion. That's what they do.
Yeah, but plus they're going to ask more money. And pretty soon they're not going to be able to keep everybody.
I just don't know how to get away with it.
Okay, but like about the 49ers, I'm like, you know what? We got next year. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. They got to regroup.
It's over now. So I think they need help on offense. They need to draft a offensive player who can protect Brock Purdy.
Yeah, the trenches have got to get some overhaul. Hey, but Nighthawk, did you notice the offensive line wasn't all that bad as usual as I expected them to be?
Yeah, I know, but they need to add one more player to. They need to add one more player to, and then the offense will be good.
Yeah, well, they need to get healthy. Number one, losing Brandon Ayuk is kind of scary. I don't know what they're going to do. Ricky could be ready to roll next year. I don't know. Jawan Jennings is fabulous. Debo,
the defense. They need help on defense too.
Defensive line, I know. We need trenches. Is what we need. Exactly. Everything else can fall into place. If the offensive line is working, then the offense is going to
more help because their defense is the offense. I'm okay with the offense because the offense wasn't bad. The defense need help.
Yeah.
And then the special team need help too.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. Yeah. Oh God.
The special team. I mean, when you kick the ball to somebody else, make sure you tackle them.
And can Jake Moody please stop scaring the bejesus out of us every time he walks up to kick the football? And now Wisnowski, Mitch hasn't played. I thought he just had a slight injury. He'd be back. It's week 14 and he's still out.
And the funny thing is, he had to tackle somebody. It's funny how the kicker had to tackle somebody from the special team. Why the kickers tackling?
Amen. Kill both of them.
Where's the other people at?
That's what I
who can tackle?
Yeah.
Why the kickers doing it?
And Mitch was the best tackler we had as far as a kicker goes, but he punts. Here's a kick. Mitch can kick the ball into the end zone. We've seen him do it. At least if they get past that frontline miserable tackling group, Mitch can stop him. He was the best tackler we had on the field when he was out there.
I'm sorry. I miss Robbie Gold. He was better.
I know Robbie's as cool as the other side of the pillow, man. He never got frazzled. Just go up there, boom, right between the uprights, especially in a pressure situation. Robbie was the guy. That leg just got too old, though, Nighthawk. Yeah. He couldn't kick it for any distance. Yeah.
But like I said, when it comes to draft, we need to focus on the defense a little bit more.
There's no doubt in my mind. We're not getting an offensive lineman in the first round. Somebody already said the offensive line choices in the draft this year aren't that good anyway. 49ers going to pick up they're going to pick out a henchman. First round defensive lineman and probably an edge.
And plus they need a cornerback. They need a better cornerback.
Well, yeah. Need not pick up a first round cornerback though. They got Renardo Green, who's looking really good. Demo's doing a fine job. Safety, boy, I tell you what, we got something there. Malik Mustafa's going to be a badass.
But it's okay, man. You know what? I'm upset about it, but you know what? We got next year. It's okay.
Nighthawk, I'll see you Friday, man. Always good to hear from you, Nighthawk. Let me see you Friday, fam.
Can you give me a shout out?
I can. Nighthawk is back. Nighthawk.
See you guys later. Nighthawk is out.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta go there. Yeah, I know what you're saying. One beer should not be that big of a deal. Okay, you need it if you're a 49er fan. I started to do shots. Ellis. Ellis. Oh. You missed that belch. I'm glad you did. I suppressed it. Ellis! Where is he at? And there he is. Everybody's favorite Brian, 49er. Brian, that marvelous bastard.
Yo, what it do, player? You know, the marketing schmo knows the score. From that big A in New York to that other shithole of LA.
You've altered that a little bit, haven't you?
How's it going, Ronbo? What's going on tonight, player?
It's going all right. You know, it's comfort time. I'm so relaxed. You know how you overdo it with turkey and all that tryptophan knocks you out as you're laying there on the sofa?
Yeah.
And you can hear the voices in the background, but you can't move.
Turkey. Yeah.
I know, right? You only do so many turkey sandwiches. But,
yeah, no. Good thing that stuff dries out fast.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, there's all you didn't keep any gravy? No, you got to heat it up.
That was gone day one.
You know, the odd juice. Brian, you know, I mean, you know, we're starting to turn in. You know how we implode when we lose games, and everybody's in favor of getting rid of people and starting to criticize their way of playing.
You know, I was gonna give you. I agree with you. Like, everybody's imploding, and I gotta give you a shout out because you're not listening to all the BS, the grandstanding of let's get rid of Kyle and get rid of the whole team and you know, go back to the Tom Sula, Chip Kelly era and get Ben Johnson over here. What's Ben Johnson going to do, Ronbo? It's going to take him a couple of years to fix this team.
God,
he's got
to start over and get everything he wants and change everything. Remember, hey, you know, with the Staley, the guy we got now, I remember that year that he was available as head coach. And everybody said, get Staley. Who? Because I know who he was. And look what he did. God, he sucks.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful about that.
Well, yeah, and I got to give a props to Steven for calling out Big Show. He made him hang up, too. That was crazy.
No, Show says his phone. He said the phone died on him. I thought Show was just being rude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he needs to get rid of the Cricket Wireless is what he needs to do. Yeah. But, hey, Ronbo, I have a solution for all the Kyle Hayton crew out there. You know who you are, and I know you're listening to me because y'all hate me. So I was talking to an old buddy of mine from the Harbaugh era. Would you care to let him in here? Let you hear what he has to say?
Oh, please.
All right. You know, let me get the voice ready. Good evening, Ronbo Sports.
Yeah.
It's Trent Balky. How can I help? I want to help the 49er organization.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good to hear from you, pal. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. We're having problems, but you know about those.
Well, down here in Jaguarville, we like to make deals and get rid of players and actually steal 49er players from you. So we were wondering if you would be interested in giving us Jake Moody and maybe Ronnie Bell and our center. Your center that's horrible. We'll take him. And really? How about I come in a trade over and I'll be GM for Kyle Shanahan, and we can go back to the old days of improving that offensive line and the defensive line and getting back to the days of having a crucial team every year, kind of like we do now, but even better with Trent Balky involved. What do you think about that, Ronbo?
It sounds appealing, Trent. Listen, are we going to make a deal first, or you're going to come right on over, or how are we going to do this?
Well, we got to make some stipulations, though, because if we go to L.A. to play L.A., I am not getting anywhere near Jim Harbaugh. You got to keep me away from him. My problem with Jim Harbaugh is still there because you know what my major problem with Jim Harbaugh was, Ronbo Sports. You know what it was?
His underarm deodorant?
No, very close though. But he wore those same damn pair of khakis every day that he was around here.
You'll be happy to know he
it got
those.
So smelly. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I think he wears them at home around the house. He's kind of weird like that. So that's not a given that he's giving up the khaki deal because I'm pretty sure he signed some kind of deal with Dockers or something. You never know.
I know. He does wear uniforms, not clothes.
All right,
hilarious.
Trey, get your ass out of here. Stop eating all my food. Get out of my house. Get out of here.
You got to watch him, but drink all your beer, too. You know what?
Yeah.
The thing is, that's why, Brian, that's what scares the bejesus out of me. People want to make large-scale changes. They don't understand getting rid of this person means you're getting rid of a lot of people. And that does mean now you got to start all over again. And God knows what that means. We went through how many bad coaches before we got to Harbaugh? How many? I mean, you can't count how many bad coaches we had between Harbaugh and Erickson. Oh man, this is. I'm talking. Mooch is about the best coach, and after that, it turned to crap. Mike was not.
Yeah, and
I mean, Singletary just didn't have the offensive mind since it. You need to get somebody in there to run that. But Singletary, I'd love to have him for DC. Maybe not now because things have changed. I don't know. It's hard.
I don't know, but I know
building new teams.
You got this guy in your chat named Yoel Romero that's got his shirt off, looks like a tough guy, talking about me. Hey, buddy, what's up? You trying to be GQ in here on Ronbo Sports? That ain't gonna fly.
Wait a minute.
Put a shirt on, pal.
Are you serious? I didn't even know we had the setup where we could show people's bodies.
Yeah, he looks like a wannabe UFC fighter. Something, I don't know.
But I tell you, we're gonna get a lot of conversation between now and the end of the season. The implosion. I think if we could just get a grip, maybe. Brock Purdy's getting a lot of flack now, and it's picking up. It's been picking up since the beginning of the season anyway, but it's gonna get real crazy now because of the fact that he needs to be paid or not. Brian, I don't know.
Right.
How the 49ers going to go about
Rumble,
real quick.
I think Brock Purdy doesn't care about money, and everybody's making a big stink out of nothing because Brock will take a team-friendly deal like other players in the past have.
He knows he does. But his agent, though, I don't know who his agent is. That's the guy that's going to be trying to call the shots until Brock sit back and let me handle this.
Well, you can always fire your agent and get somebody else. That's the silly thing about it,
Or tell him before he goes into negotiations what you expect. Hey, Brian, we got to go, Trent. I mean, Brian. We got. Let me see you Friday, okay?
Well, hey, Ronbo, just trying to make some positive and be funny about the whole situation.
I love it. Loosen things up. We're too tense. Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But, hey, shout out to everybody, who are my familia. You, Ronbo, love you to death. And
thanks,
all you
man.
Rams clowns in here, you're going to get so curb stomped by the Bills this weekend. And I'm going to be eating popcorn and loving every minute of it.
Oh, isn't that going to be good?
All right, Ronbo.
Brian, have a great night,
all right, buddy.
You too.
You too, buddy. See ya.
Thanks, man. All right, let's go back and check in on Ellis. Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis. Come on in, fam.
Seven.
And we're still, we're making huge judgments, and people, I like actually this is a natural order progression. We do this first. Usually, it's first get rid of the quarterback. When Jimmy said get rid of Jimmy, and then as soon as Jimmy left, get rid of Kyle. Debo has been gotten rid of for the last couple of months, right? Brandon Ayuk, we didn't want to resign him. So now the blame is starting to grow and fester. And pretty soon, Jed's going to be, sell the team. Ellis, where are you at on this? And also what I really wanted to talk about today was, well, you know what? This is part of it. Because the doom and gloom, the darkness is setting in. Ellis, are you aware of this? What are you thinking?
The darkness as far as what?
Doom. The 49ers, we're not going to the playoffs, even though people say mathematically we're not out of it. We're out of it. I'm just going to go ahead and pass that one right there. Jack can bet money on that. And we need to rebuild. The Big Show is an advocate of that, and the primary lawyer for that campaign. And others are going after Brock Purdy. We're not going to pay him, so we're going to have to find another quarterback. So, I know, right?
Man, look, I don't fault anybody for having their own wishes or desires as to what they see or what needs to happen, but there's no. I mean, I believe there will be a rookie quarterback that will be picked up in the draft.
And we almost get one every year anyway, except for last year was the first time.
There'll be a veteran. I think they'll. I don't know how much it's going to cost though to sign a veteran.
If he goes over $5 million,
there'll be 3 quarterbacks on this team. But Brock Purdy is here to stay. I mean, I'm just, if Kyle was to do something heinous like go for Kirk Cousins' silly ass,
that would make me mad. Now I'm mad too with everybody else.
Spit in Brock Purdy's face, and let's just say he did that hypothetically, and just put Brock on the back burner. I mean, we're talking about he has another year or two. I mean,
Brock.
Let's say we go 500 or we make it to the first round, and then we get cut. I mean, it's fireable. It's fireable. It's a deal breaker. For if he was to do something like that. So I don't see that being positive. I don't see that being a possibility.
Yeah, but you're right. Well, he might keep. He might train Dobbs, and I don't know about Brendan Allen anymore. I'm not sure how he feels about him now. But Dobbs was back up this last.
I mean, you see what I called him.
What?
You see what I called him?
Who?
Or
Brendel?
What is it? What the hell was it? No, Brandon. Remember in the chat during the game, what did I say? It was. Yeah, remember what I said in the chat? I said that was what's his name? 2.0. What the hell is his name? I don't know how. I had to actually Google him because I forgot his damn name. What's that first quarterback that he got? Brian Hoyer 2.0.
Oh,
what the fuck are we gonna do? What the hell are we gonna do with a Brian Hoyer 2.0?
Of each other.
Yeah, they look just alike. They don't play too far off from each other. I mean, it's fitting.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing with a Brandon Allen. So that's just. He threw a couple of cool passes, but I mean, if you can't get out the pocket at all and do anything, and you're just stationary the whole time.
Not in this league.
I mean, unless you're, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, a few of the great quarterbacks we have in this league that can stay in the pocket. Even Joe Burrow gets out and gets in boogies. You know what I'm saying? He gets out on feet.
He had to a lot this year too.
And can boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Look, it's not happening. Brock's here to stay, man. For the time being, they're gonna extend him. I don't think it's gonna be. They're not gonna count this really against him like that. I mean, he hasn't been playing terrible. He has made some mistakes. He does have some issues with the turnovers this year a lot more than in the past. But we look at a lot of the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and great quarterbacks who have a long history in the NFL. And I mean, he's only been here. This is his third year.
Yeah, third year.
I mean, he's not. It's not comparable right now. Patrick Mahomes still leads the NFL, or is he in the top 3 of turnovers this year? Is that?
Yeah,
Patrick, if I'm not mistaken,
is suffering this year. Yeah, so it happens.
Yeah, well, he is, but he's not because he's
winning.
He's got the referees there making sure that they still get the W's at the end of the day, no matter what. It's like, hey, don't worry about it. Whatever, no matter what happens, you're gonna win the game. So he doesn't really he sleeps peacefully at night despite whatever's going on with his numbers right now. Yeah, man. So but anyway, look, Israel Abanaconda. That's a bad boy.
Hey, everybody says so. I'm sold.
That's a bad man.
Can't wait to see
That's a bad man. He boogies. He gets loose. He looks like I don't know why they kept him. I guess that other kid with Breland or whatever that they picked up must have been really, really good because I was expecting him to kind of break out and kind of be an addition to tearing up the backfield with Breece Hall. But he's quick and fast like Breece out of the backfield, and you already heard about his 40 time and his measurables. He did have a bad injury in the preseason last year, but he seems to be looking really good. So I think that's a really good addition.
You know, and we need something to spark for the offense. Hopefully they can create some plays and stuff like that, and they can kind of just fall in. Thankfully, I think he has like a year. I think this was his second year in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because
so he has some familiarity running his own. He has some familiarity running the outside zone scheme because he was up there with Matt LaFleur or Mike LaFleur. I mean,
one of the
last year while he was there. You know what I mean, as offensive coordinator. So. He looks good, and you know, I didn't think Ronnie Bell was going to be gone too long. I kind of figured he was going to come back as long as he didn't get picked up on waivers. He's not bad, man. He's a good player. Just I think this that anxiety, man. You know that he's not ready for the big moments yet. You know what I mean? He has played though and made some big plays. I mean, he had 100-something yards in the preseason. Let's not forget that. It's just when he's dropped the ball and when he's made mistakes have been in moments that are more highlighted. Yes. Because it's like, okay, you did that in the preseason, but in the big game, did you do it?
Ellis, and everybody got a chill when they heard it. Ellis, we ran the clock. Let me see you Friday, fam, and and let's continue.
Bet. Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me see. Z one. Hey, you want to say something, Ronbo?
Ronbo.
Hey, who's that? Aziz?
Wait. This is Amari.
Amari, hi Amari.
Hi Ronbo.
And who is this? Is that Amari still?
Yes.
Hi Amari. Is that Amari? You're the football player, right?
Yeah.
That was you I was watching. Amari, you are really unbelievably good. Good for you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You keep up that good work.
Thank you for watching.
Nah, it's my pleasure. I'm gonna look at all of them too. I'm your biggest fan now. All right.
Thank you, Ronbo.
You're so welcome. All right, we're gonna go, guys. I'm gonna
Hi,
tell you.
Ronbo.
Who's this?
Ishani.
Ishani. Hi, Ishani. How you doing?
Hi.
Good.
How are you?
You're doing great. Waiting for Christmas. Right,
Me too.
All right. Who else we got?
Good night, Ronbo.
Good night.
All right, family. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, man. We getting ready for the hoop season, man. So that's the next phase. But Z, she don't want to do nothing but play football. So she's
good.
She's like, she's here to stay.
All right,
but shout out to chat, man. Y'all know what it is. Hit that like, subscribe. Shout out Show and Frank and Tony Tone, and Tone, Evan, and Tona and Tanisha. Hopefully, y'all doing well over there, man. Peace and love. Y'all know what it is, man. It's for life.
All right. All right.
Salute.
See you Friday, fam. Night. Let's quickly go to Jalen. Jalen's got he's got a big stuffed doll looking just like Kyle Shanahan. I bet he beats it with a baseball bat and throws darts at it. Jalen, get in there. Jalen, your connection, not good. I hear some sound, but I know that's you. I can't hear you.
What about now, Ronbo?
It's a little weird. Sounds like a robot.
A robot?
It starts kind of I can't even imitate it.
Hello? What about now?
Okay, cleared up now. Okay, maybe just a temporary thing. Jalen, come on in here, man. And because you know how we do. We're all mad as hell now. Jalen, you know what, though, Jalen? I've never heard you say anything really bad about Brock Purdy, though. Now, Brock is starting to get on a lot of people's nerves, apparently. They're not. That game against Buffalo just did it for him, as far as some fans go. But Jalen, there's a lot of issues we have right now. Are you going to be comfortable with knowing that we suck this year, and that's just the way it is, and that it's no one player's fault, not one person? Well, I know you know it's one coach's fault, but beyond that, where are you at with this?
Brock Purdy is the only reason Kyle Shanahan has a job right now, ladies and gentlemen.
You know,
let's not forget he spent 2 first-round picks on Trey Lance and traded them away for a fourth.
And since then, NFCCG and a Super Bowl, and he got to go. I don't get it.
Ronbo, you can hear me?
No, I can hear you a little bit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but now that Ronbo's Kyle Shanahan at this point, it ain't Brock. We know it ain't Brock.
Yeah, no, I mean, all I'm talking about is I wish I could get some players back that laying up stretched out and can't move. That didn't help none.
Yeah, I mean, but
Jay, normally your connection's pretty good. This was not working. Jalen? Although something's going on there, I can hear, but I can't hear. Jalen's not getting through though. Jalen, let me come back to you and see if you can get that straightened out. All right. We'll come back. It's really a struggle, Jalen. Can you hear me though? Wait.
I can hear.
All right, because we're having a whole lot of trouble getting your sound. Push one more thing. Do a shift. I would say reboot your phone, turn it off and on. That's my favorite remedy for everything. But if you do, you get disconnected. Well, that's my answer for all my tech equipment. Reboot. Jalen. All right, Jalen. Hey, yo, Theodore.
Yo, Ron, what's up?
Theo, man. I mean, we used to be up. Now we ain't. And, we haven't done this in a long time. For years, we're just doing fine and always look forward to the playoffs and trying to get the Super Bowl. And since, 2020, right? 21, yeah. Now, Theo, it's time that people got to be let go, start over again. Theo, where you at on the misery and suffering in the media picking on us like we're the worst team since football?
Yeah. Hey, first off, sorry, man. I joined on Zoom. It's me, Fosse.
Fosse's on Zoom. All right, that's cool. Fosse Zoom works. Sometimes, even if you're not using the visual, the audio works well too. So Fosse, come on in, man. I know, yeah.
Yeah, my first name is Theodore, and yeah, my last name is Fosse. I go by Fosse. But yeah, man, look, I know everybody's mad at Brock and all that, but let's call it spade for what it is. We're all mad right now. We're just gonna have to call this year for what it is. Down year for us. Let's give these guys one more year. I don't know how everybody feels about me saying that, but look, run it back. Yeah. Shanahan needs to get back to his bread and butter, which has always been the run game, right?
Yeah. And you heard about that guy just picked up, right?
Yeah. Vaughn and the practice squad guy from the Jets.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him go. Yeah, I want to see this because everybody's talking about him like he's just a badass. I was, oh, really? All right. 5'10", 216 pounds, and can run like a bullet. Sounds like Grandeur to me. I mean, Grandeur's a little taller, I think, but yeah.
That sounds like a tank right there.
Don't it? Hit that dude after he gets past the initial line of scrimmage. Don't do it. Bam!
Hey, man, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just got off of work. I was just eating something. Thought I'd call you, but I'm going to take this beverage real quick. So cheers to you and everybody in the chat. Well, it's an adult beverage if you guys wondering. So let me just.
I love to give it blow by blow.
Man, that's refreshing. But yeah, man, Shanahan needs to get back to his bread and butter, man. Yeah. Go get an offensive lineman.
2.
in the draft, man. Go get 2, man. I don't remember the last time we drafted an offensive lineman or even one offensive lineman that hit, man. I think we did what? Pooney's doing great. But before that, Mike McGlinchey?
Yeah.
I mean, go back, get into the line, man. Stop taking guys like, look, I thought Pearsall was a good pick, but I really felt like we could have addressed some other places there, man. First round draft pick, not getting any production from the guy, man. Look, if you're a first round draft pick, you got to show me something. He's not doing it for me. Look,
they shot him, you know. I mean,
yeah, I was about to get to that, man. Look, I know he's been through a lot, man. The guy got shot. He was trying to get robbed, man. Man, hey, look, if you're out in the city, man, you do that, man. You listen to this, man. Leave the 49ers alone, man. I know you guys trying to eat out there, man. You gotta do what you do,
running around with a Rolex on. Don't be flexing out here, man. Because I don't know where he's from, though. I'm trying to understand how his mentality made him think he could do that. But anyway.
Yeah, man. But I mean, I'm getting off track here, man. I just want him. Who's Kyle? Kyle, man, just get back to your bread and butter, man. Run the ball. Get you some nobody running back that nobody's ever heard of, like what you just did with these 2 guys that we just picked up, and run the damn ball, man. I know everybody wants or is expecting Brock to be this superhero, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady kind of guy, excuse me. But look, man, he's still Mr. Irrelevant, man.
And
if Brock Purdy does his job, man, and you know what, and run the ball, we'll be all right, man. And I will say this too. Kyle Shanahan needs to do a better job of just being a leader to his quarterbacks. I feel like he being too hard on them, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, you see a difference already in Brock Purdy when he first came and Brock Purdy now. Now he's trying to run the Shanahan plan offense.
Yeah.
And that's what's making him look a little different, because the boy was ripping up when he first came. Brock was making play after play after play. 2 touchdowns a week. You got it. That's what I'm saying. This is Kyle.
Look, I might be way off, and if I am, somebody in the chat call me out, but I feel like that's with all the quarterbacks that Kyle deals with. They come in and they have all this confidence and they look like they're doing great. And then maybe a year or 2 into the system, they start to second guess themselves. Yeah. Whether or not it's the system or if it's Kyle just trying to just drill his system into their head, saying you need to go to this throw every time, every play is perfect. My game plan is perfect. It's always going to be open, and sometimes it's not. And I don't know. It could be that. Either way, man. I just feel like Kyle could just do a little bit of, encouraging to his quarterbacks.
Design that program so it at least fits the strengths of that quarterback that you're working with.
Exactly.
I don't know that he does that. Kyle says you got to fit in my program. You fit the quarterback, Kyle. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I say all these things to get back to let's give these guys one more year. Nobody's getting fired. Let's just run it back one more time.
No.
We've already what's the saying? I'm trying. We're gonna reap what we're gonna sow next year, right? We're already tied into all these guys. Trent Williams, he's locked in. Brandon Ayuk injury, he's locked in. CMC, he's locked in next year. Just run it back one more time in the draft. Address the O-line, run the ball. Let Brock Purdy do his job, and let's see how far we goes. And if it doesn't work out, I'll be back here, and then we can talk about
making changes.
We can have a different conversation when we get there.
There you go. Fozzie, always a pleasure, fam. I'll be back Friday.
Man, hey, yo, Ron, thanks for always having me on, man. This is always therapeutic, man.
I love it.
It is, man. It is. Cheers. Cheers, chat. Love y'all, fam.
We love you back, Fozzie. I'll see you Friday, fam. Hope we got time. All right.
Yes, sir.
Let's go check on Jalen. There he is.
Ronbo.
Yeah, I'm listening. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, Ronbo, Kyle Shanahan is an egotistical, narcissistic, no good, spoiled bastard. He needs to get rid of him. We need to get. I already know what you're saying, Ronbo.
I ain't
Who
saying
we
nothing.
gonna bring in?
No, I did not say that.
Ronbo, look. Check this out, Ronbo. You do realize that out of his first 4 seasons as a head coach for the 49ers, he had 3 losing seasons.
Yeah, I know you brought that up last time.
I mean, Ronbo, for crying out loud, dog. What?
Okay, there's a lot of coaches that have had losing seasons. Having only 3 is not bad.
These rosters, they haven't had these rosters that we've had.
Well, this roster this year, all of them laid out.
That's this year, Ronbo. I'm talking about the years we went to the Super Bowl. What was his excuses then?
Well, then nothing. We just lost that Super Bowl. But 2020,
no, Ronbo, it doesn't need to be. We just lost that Super Bowl. It needs to be that MF can't coach.
I mean, you can get names and everything, but I mean, the thing is, we got there and failed.
Ronbo, see, this isn't. Hey, guys, everyone. Let's go get participation trophies to everybody who participated in the game today.
Well,
what is the NFL? Nobody cares
one.
About the 49ers making it to the Super Bowl. You think 20 years from now they're going to care about Kyle making it to 2 Super Bowls?
Jalen, if you're winning games, you're getting the Super Bowl, you stand a good chance to win it. If you ain't winning no games and getting your ass kicked all the time, you're not going to win a Super Bowl because you're not going to be there.
That. You don't get remembered for appearances,
But Jalen, I need to get there. If I'm 4 and 12
get forgotten.
And get 3 and 15 and 14 every year, I'm not going to be playing in no Super Bowl.
Ronbo, in 10 years from now, you won't even remember who Kyle Shanahan is because the man won't accomplish anything here.
Well, now, so you can't guarantee
like
that.
Seifert.
You cannot guarantee that. You cannot guarantee that. He could happen as early as next year.
No, it's not, Ronbo.
It could.
Okay,
I mean, everybody's
Jerry
got a fair
Jones,
chance.
If you say so.
Okay. Hey, did you think the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to do as good as they? Thompson's been losing for the last 10 years.
Yes, Mike Tomlin's a Hall of Fame coach who knows how to rally the troops and hold accountability. Absolutely.
Okay, then you give him that love, but he's been losing forever. And he just now got a team back. Mike Tomlin has won a playoff game since 20,
forever, but the man has never had a losing season.
2016.
The man's never had a losing season. Has he been losing forever? We never had a losing season.
Well, but just like you said, it's irrelevant. Who cares about having
it ain't.
A non-losing season?
If he's competitive, Kyle ain't being competitive right now. He's getting his ass kicked.
Every year, but we're just about competitive every year. When he has injuries, yeah.
Ronbo, he was getting his ass kicked 2017 and 2018. There were no injuries. The team was just bad.
No, the team just survived. They were just building the team in 2017. Remember brick by brick?
D'Amico Ryan got to the Texans last year, took him to the playoffs. I don't want to hear that.
No, but that team was already being built pretty well.
Not, Ronbo. They
brought in a few
second
people.
Pick in the draft.
Hey, but they had a lot of money and they brought in a lot of good players.
Ronbo, they had the second pick in the draft.
Jalen, they lost some good players. Oh, what's
Ronbo,
that? Edge rusher? They couldn't pay him?
No, Ronbo, the Texans were dog water.
No,
I know you did not just try to say the Texans were good.
No, they weren't as bad as the 49ers. When Kyle Shanahan came
with Davis Mills, they had Davis Mills. They were terrible.
Jalen, we went 2-14 the year before.
Hey, Ronbo, we had talent. We had talent on that roster.
Why couldn't Tom Sewell and what's his name do something with him?
Buckner and Eric Armstead. There was talent on that roster.
You keep naming those 2 names, but I noticed you stop at that.
Jimmy Ward, Jaquiski Tart, Joe Staley, Trent Brown.
Yeah. Name me some offensive players besides Kyle Kaepernick.
That's different because Kyle came in and revamped the whole offense.
See, that's what I'm saying. Chip Kelly won 2 games the year before. 2-14.
You know this man's been carried by his defense.
That same defense you're talking about was there when Kelly was there.
Yeah. We just added Richard Sherman and Nick Bosa.
Well, so there you go. They built that team up, and they started winning. They got rid of about 40 guys when they first came in because they weren't any good.
Why hasn't he been able to build up another one?
He did, Jalen. Okay. It's okay that you don't like the way things were, but you can't tell me Kyle did a damn thing with that team now.
Ronbo, first of all, where's your gratitude to Jimmy G, the real man who's responsible for bringing the winning culture back? Why don't you give no thanks to him?
You never hear me say nothing bad about Jimmy G. Everybody else out there is talking about Jimmy G. I told you Jimmy G rode in on the back of a stallion, jumped off, and started kicking ass from day one. You'll never get me saying nothing about G. We was sucking before
Jimmy
then.
G's the real hero of the 49ers, not Kyle Shanahan. Because what was Kyle Shanahan doing without Jimmy G, Ronbo?
Well, you know how you always say you got to blame the guy who goes and gets the players? Kyle and John went and got him.
Hey, I'll give him props for that. I'll give John props for that.
I know he's the one who made that deal. You know how we do. You and I get to arguing. We run out of time. Come back to let's argue Friday.
Ronbo, Brock Purdy is a hell of a quarterback. I don't understand why he's getting this hate. It's unnecessary. Pay the man, Ronbo.
Oh, he'll get paid. I don't know how much.
It's not his fault. He got to run for his life every play.
On every snap.
Yeah, like,
ball coming at him with the snap, and so with 3 other defenders. Come on, man. Y'all give me a. Oh. Anyway, Jen, I'll see you Friday, Phil.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Joe Burrow doing all this running a few years ago.
Let me give you a holler. Niner! My man, Jay. Jay, see you Friday, Phil. Tony, ATL. Oh, that's a bad sign. When you don't hear Tony right away, that means something's going on with his phone. Tony? Tony?
God damn it.
Tony, can you hear me? Because I can hear you. I think not. Tony, come on, T. You can do it, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you?
Good. Tony, you can hear me, huh? Tony?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're on.
Ronbo, what's this guy in the chat named Yoel Romero?
Well, now he said he's Cuban. I have no idea, but
you don't need to comment at me. I don't even know this clown. I think he's with Chrissy, Jim, Kim Everett, and Ready to Blow in that game.
Oh, no. Have they went to that link?
I don't know that dude.
Have they changed? He said he was from Cuba. Okay, so now Joel's got a new angle. They're coming in line about what country they're in. I don't know who it is.
So let's talk some football.
Yes, let's do that.
Ronbo, it sounds like you're tired too, along with your team. It sounds like it.
Yeah. You know, we got too many weeks of football left. That's why, you know what I'm going to enjoy doing now? Like, I realize we're done. So I'm going to enjoy watching what happens to everybody else. You know what, though? The only team I want to see hit, and I mean, I
don't think y'all are done. That's just me looking at the schedule.
Well, yeah.
I know you said y'all got some secondary guys playing, but
we do way too many.
Still got to play the games, and we're going to see what's going to happen because I know y'all not going to lay down against Chicago. I see y'all beating Chicago, the Rams. I think y'all will beat Miami. Like I said, I think y'all can go 4-1 these last 5. I really believe that.
You know, that would actually vault them, right? See, that'd be 10. That'd be double digits. No, that'd only be 9 games.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
This, you know what? The West could win that bad, though.
Arizona and the Rams, they got it tough. You know, y'all kind of play the same teams in the way, then y'all play each other. 2 of the last 5 weeks of the season. And, the only ones you don't play is Seattle.
Yeah.
And I'll say this: if Seattle doesn't win the division, it'll be you guys. That's what I think. I don't think the Rams or the Cardinals going to win it because of who they play, and they're not going to win the games.
Oh yeah, I mean, we could be even up again if they beat the Chicago Bears, because the Rams are not going to beat them. They are not going to beat the Bills. So that would put both teams at 6 and 6. No, at 6 and 7. No, wait a minute.
No, they ain't beat the Bills.
We'd be 6 and 6. We're 6. We're 6 and 7 now.
Huh? Like I'm looking here at Seattle. Seattle plays at Arizona. That's going to be interesting Sunday. Then they play Green Bay and Minnesota at home back to back. Then they are at Chicago and at
Minnesota
the Rams.
and Green Bay back to
The
back.
schedules intertwined.
Shit. That's bad. So Minnesota and Green Bay back to back is still left on somebody's schedule? That's not good.
And Ronbo, Minnesota, if we win our division, we'll be the 4th seed. Minnesota's going to be the highest seed in the wild card, or the 3 wild card teams. So this is a preview of who we're playing.
Ronbo, we're not going to beat Minnesota on Sunday. We're 6.5 point dogs, something like that.
Oh, my God.
And if we play Minnesota in the playoffs, next time it'll be in Atlanta. We're not going to beat Minnesota because they got those two dogs at receiver and T.J. Hockenson at tight end, and their offensive line is good.
I know. Hey, Harbaugh always used to say, that offensive line is the most important thing you got, and he's right. You don't need an all-world quarterback if you got a good offensive line.
That's what they call it, man. You know, it's a lot of it's Kirk Cousins' fault. I noticed, I was looking at our games. Even the games we won, I'm like, why are we coming out passing? Why aren't we establishing a run? Like the first couple series, we might have like 6 plays or 8 plays or whatever, whether it's 1 run, 2 runs, and then we'll start running.
That's how you win.
You got to mix it up starting the game. Don't come out pass.
See, that's the coach. What is he thinking?
I don't know what Raheem Morris is thinking.
Because Raheem knows.
This year. Yeah. We've only had 12 sacks all year. We got 4 sacks in the game this past Sunday on a very good Charger offensive line. We had 4 sacks and still lost.
That's the thing is, Raheem knows in order for that, you got 2 running backs that are just badasses. Why wouldn't you use them? Oh.
That's another thing. Just like y'all with Jordan Mason.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the stats. Tyler Algieri has 93 carries all year. I don't understand why he can't get 15 carries a game. I say 18 carries a game. And Bijan 15 carries a game. He used Bijan.
You like Algieri to carry?
I don't understand why.
You like Algieri to carry the most? Because Bijan, both of them are good. So. Well, like you said, we got the same issue.
It finally happened. You've been saying this for like 3 years now. Kyle, don't overuse Christian. Don't overuse him.
He did.
He'll get hurt, and then it finally happened.
I don't know what coaches. Tony, wouldn't you love to have a conversation with Raheem and Kyle? All these coaches that like to throw the ball way off too often. I mean, more than they need to do in order to set up. It's just basic football. The run game can actually facilitate success in the passing game. If you overdo one or the other and become one-dimensional, you're not fooling anybody. So it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Hey.
You got, like you said, the offensive line's key. Then you got to have a pass rush. You got to. With us, you got to mix up your plays, man. We pass too much. I think when Kirk Cousins had that 500-yard game on Thursday night against Tampa.
Oh yeah.
I think Raheem Morris fell in love with that.
Yeah, see now.
Here we are. We were 6-3. Here we are 6-6. 13 interceptions, number 1 in the league. 12 fumbles by a quarterback, number 1 in the league.
Oh,
and then, Raheem Morris is not really saying much. He's being coy about all this. We're not blitzing much. We're playing too much zone. We're not mixing our coverages. Just like when Arthur Smith was there defensively, we were playing that zone. We wasn't mixing coverages.
Mm. Arthur Smith, his offense is where's Arthur Smith now? Because I heard his name.
Oh, the offensive coordinator is Zach Robinson. We got him from the Rams.
No. Where's Arthur Smith right? Where's Smith right now, though?
I'm sorry.
Where's Arthur Smith right now? Because wherever he is, they're having a lot of success. Because I remember I was listening. Arthur Smith is the OC here?
Well, our defensive coordinator is Jimmy Lake. He came from the Rams also, but he was with the University of Washington, and he blitzed a lot at the University of Washington. He mixed his coverages. So the fact that they're not doing it, that's telling me that Raheem is handcuffing him. And this has to change, man. It has to change.
See, this is what happens.
We get the playoffs. We're playing our playoff opponent this Sunday. I'm telling you now. Because Minnesota's that 5 seed. We're competing for the 4th seed. We're not going to beat Minnesota Sunday. We play them in Minnesota. But if we see them again in the playoffs, it'll be in Atlanta. We're not going to beat them.
It's that point in the season where you tend to, you might. You can't count them out yet. No, but Tony, Arthur Smith is having great success somewhere right now. Because I was watching highlights of the
He's
day.
in Pittsburgh. He's offensive
That's
coordinator
where
for the
he
Steelers.
is. That's working. But they got a hell of a defense.
North Carolina,
I mean, they're an all-world
also talked to
defense.
him about being the next head coach because the head coach is stepping down. So he might be. He played football at North Carolina, so he might be North Carolina's head coach next season in college.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because man, I'm looking at Pittsburgh.
And Ronbo, I
again,
heard
it's
your
defense.
people a couple shows back talking about getting Geno Smith. Kirk Cousins is number 1 in interceptions with 13.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is number 2 in interceptions with 12. He has 13 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions. If you remember several games back, Geno Smith threw 2 picks in the red zone, in the end zone.
And,
you don't want Geno Smith.
And Tony, if Jameis, whatever we're going to call it, if Winston was playing all season long, he would be leading the league. He's back to being Jameis. I thought he couldn't see.
Oh, you saw Monday night too, huh?
Oh, Jameis, you guys could have won.
Ronbo, he was lighting them up.
He
had
was
4 touchdown passes, 1 interceptions, but then them last 2 drives,
bam,
pick. He had like
and he can't throw a pick.
497 yards.
Yeah, pick
Pass
6.
Jerry Judy had 238.
Oh, Judy was so good. Damn.
And, he's going to throw those picks. Like I said, that's him, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford. They're the same guy.
Yeah, I know. Well, Tony, it's going to get better because it's toward the end of the season. You guys are going to be fine. I got a lot of problems. So we'll just cruise on into we'll watch you guys go into the playoffs. You'll win that division. The Rams helped you out the other day by knocking the Saints off.
Right there too. But we get the tiebreaker because we beat them twice.
There you go.
But
all right.
I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't have much confidence because Addison and that other kid gonna eat us alive, man. The receivers, they gonna eat us. Then Hawkinson's gonna get us too. I already know. They
don't have to have a great week, Tony. Your defense might knock that down, but you keep the faith. It's all because I know about that Minnesota team. Oh my God, Addison and Jefferson.
Yeah.
Good God.
And their defense, Brian Flores, he blitzes.
Oh,
he loves the blitz.
I know. We found out about that. Tony, let me get out of here. I'm gonna see you Friday, and let me see if your confidence gets any higher between now and then.
Yes, sir. I'll see you Friday. The Empire hanging there. Just play your hearts out. Do the best you. I think y'all gonna win Sunday against Chicago. We'll just see what happens, and then we'll have some scores for Friday and see what happens.
All right, Tony. Meanwhile,
all right, take care, sir.
You too. Night, Tony. Yeah. Honestly, but I'll come Friday. You'll never hear me say the 49ers are going to lose the game. Well, no, I did say that against Buffalo, didn't I? Did I say L or W? I think I just didn't say anything, did I? I didn't give any score. I know that. I refuse to say L. Can't do it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the W's coming up this weekend, no score. Because I need my guys. Everybody else is, well, they suck. Get rid of guys. I need my guys. And then, of course, we're not having that conversation. Fam, thanks for the contributions. I shall see you Friday. Bring your score or bring your prediction. WL, whatever you want to do with that. And don't forget, hey, subscribe, fam. We're gonna have fun soon. We'll get to the season, and then, of course, it's time to pick up players and watch this rebuilding process. Whoa, retooling. No, I'm not advocating the big showism. We're not rebuilding. Niners!